Boom. Welcome to the RTM podcast show, season 3, episode 12. Don't know, Big Bad Spray, Young Spray. Here with my co-host,
Cream, you know the vibe.
Queen Ice Cream, you already know. Today we got a special guest. I've got to give him some flowers today, even though he just killed me. He told me I look like I've got armor, bang my armor. He's killed my belt straight away.
The belt's hard. I like that belt. I don't know.
He's killed my belt straight away.
Sorry, I didn't want to make you feel uncomfortable about the belt. I like the belt.
Fam, flowers today.
Yeah.
This is Big Mike Righteous. I've been waiting for this interview. You know, we've been friends for a long time on social media, but today I finally got the opportunity to meet the man himself, and I believe he deserves a lot of flowers, proper flowers. He's been here pushing a good narrative as well. Just the name itself, Mike Righteous.
100%.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? And at a time when obviously, you know, me, Young Spree, Big Bad Spree, I'll be talking that gangster shit and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? But he's just always kept it straight down and narrow, apart from when you became reckless, but we'll get into that. You get what I'm trying to say? But my brother, thanks for coming through.
I appreciate that.
All the way from Margate. And yeah, man, make sure you check out his stuff. His old stuff is mind-blowing. Great lyricist. Like, trust me, he can hold his own, even alongside whoever you think is a great lyricist, like Wretch or whoever. He can hold his own. He can even hold his own with Spray. You get what I'm saying? Like, big lyricist. But anyway, not sure if you've seen the show before, but we start off with like your story, just getting them to know you, Mike Righteous, the person, before the artist and whatnot. So like, where was you born? Where did you grow up?
Yeah, so I came from a woman, and she was from Iran. She moved to Margate.
Sorry. Nah, of course you came from a woman, you madman.
I can't, no, but yeah. I don't really, where I think like I am now, I'm so disassociated with like the person I used to be. That it almost feels like they're another person. Do you ever feel like that?
Right.
Like you look back at who you was, and it could almost just be a completely different person.
Whole different person.
Yeah, but I have lived in Margate my whole life. Lived in Kent my whole life. A lot of people assume I'm from London. A lot of people assume a lot of things about a lot of people when you're not there to tell the story yourself. And that's why I really appreciate moments like this, because I get to come tell my story. But no one really gives me that time of day, because I have been unapologetically me, which has also led me to be like, not the best media trained personality.
No, you give it. I've seen a couple of your rants.
I've given it a lot. I've given it. And
really
sometimes, sometimes I know I'm wrong, because like I said a minute ago, like I've never been completely proud of the decisions I've made, but I'm just a testament of where I am in that present moment, because I'm just a living in the moment, man. I just live in the moment. And I've always been like that.
And you always speak your truth, which is...
I'm a little bit I'm stuck in this la-la land. My feet aren't really on the ground. And I need people to kind of ground me, because I'll go crazy, like... Crazy, lost in this spiritual madness of what this world is. I ask myself all the time, like, who am I? What am I? What am I doing here? What's my purpose here?
That spliff went mad in your brain, my God.
I'm telling you, man. I'll tell you what as well, yeah? The spliff was good.
No, just before anything, can I just say,
the spliff
he
was
took
good.
a couple jaws of a big zoot before. I've still stopped smoking.
Right.
But just so you lot know.
I've also stopped smoking.
Just so you know,
I've also stopped smoking, but I've got to shout out the Donut King. This is my guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to Barcelona
Shout
tomorrow.
him out, 'cause...
my best mate, who I've grown up with my whole life, it's his birthday. And
Happy birthday, mate.
Big up Jimbo.
Jim.
We're going to Barcelona tomorrow, but me and Jim, we smoked a long time we smoked hard for a very long time. And I quit recently, just like you. And it's been going really easy. Like they would smoke around me, smoke in the studio, and I'm not tempted.
Yeah.
In fact, I got sent these spliffs by the Donut King. This kid's called the Donut King, right? Why is he called the Donut King? Because he's madman.
Yeah, madman.
He makes spliffs with weed and this extract stuff. Basically, it's just too much stuff for a spliff. It's too much stuff for a spliff. So
Ice cream said it tastes nice, by the way.
It was nice.
I wanted to come here and shout him out, promote him, and that's why I took a couple toes of spliff. But I also don't smoke.
Yeah, good on you, man. But no, man. So your mum's Iranian. Where's your dad from?
Yeah, my dad's from Iran as well.
Oh, they're both Iranian.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
You know, I just see
There's actually
England just got drawn with Iran.
Yeah.
For the first match of the
I
World Cup.
think Iran are going to win the World Cup.
Oh,
I also think. Do you know one of the top. One of the top goal scorers in the whole world is from Iran. Like,
oh really?
He's got like, I don't know. I'm not the maddest football guy.
Do your people look at themselves as Iranian or Persian? Because I find that with a lot of Iranians, they don't even they call themselves Persian.
Yeah, it's just sad really because you're just talking to the wrong Persian.
Okay.
Or Iranian.
Okay.
Because I was born
your
and
fish
raised
and chips. Yeah, your
in
fish and chips. Yeah, your fish and chips.
Yeah, it's mad.
Your cockles. Yeah, your
I'm cockles and elks, bruv. Like, it's mad because people look at me, they don't assume it. But this is going back to the point of people will always create a story if you're not there to tell the story. So thanks.
The maddest thing is you
me.
actually you look mixed race as well.
Everyone, yeah.
Like half black, half white type of thing.
When I done my first SBTV warm-up session, that was about the first time everyone saw me.
R.I.P. Jamal though.
Oh yeah, of course,
Jamal.
yeah. We can get into that as well.
Yeah.
Definitely, we can get into that as well.
That's your guy.
That threw
That's
me
your
off a
guy.
little bit, man. Yeah, that
is your
cut
guy.
me up a little bit.
He was one of the people that made me know about you, if I'll be honest. Because he used to rate you kind of highly.
Yeah, I rate him a lot.
Nah, he used to rate you highly.
I rate him a lot. I just love that kid, man. And I actually get I find it hard to talk about him.
Yeah, no.
I know. It's
some
people are just good, man. They're just good people.
Good guy, man.
And it throws me off a little bit, but then I also believe that, our spirit is too powerful. Like, it's too powerful just to be switched off. Like, it's eternal. And whatever's going on, I think, if it's not just endless sleep, which sounds pretty peaceful anyway, then it's endless manifestation. And if you're a good person that does good stuff on this planet, and you're going to take that knowledge with you into the next life, you can genuinely rest peacefully and be happy. And he's got to be like, I would love to be able to say I've done the things that he done.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because he could have done so much more, and he's going to continue to do so much more through the little spider web of...
Yeah, the ripples that he left.
It's crazy, man. Like, there was no one rapping in Margate. There was no one rapper that could walk around in Margate. I pull up in my car and I got my watch on and I got my shit on together and the youths there are like, think I'm a drug dealer, but I tell them I've never dealt a drug. I took a lot of drugs and that was the fucked up thing. I wouldn't have the smarts to sell the drugs, you know what I mean? I did this from rapping. And now that's because, but why did I do it from, I was never really fucking anyone. And it would have been a lot harder to break through if I never had that initial video. I was talking about that video in that car park in my little red Lacoste, 2009. Over 10 years ago.
And I know for Jamal to come out and personally film your video, he rates you. That's what he done with me. He used to always come and personally film mine, even though he had these other people. But when I've won a video, he'll come and he'll shoot it. I only ever
paid for one video, and that was the first video I done. And after that, I knew I had to deliver a good verse and I had to impress people because that was my coming out party. Like I was like, here it fucking goes. But after that, he gave me any time there was an opportunity, he'd give it to me because he knew I was hungry and he knew I was good, and I was just down for it. But yeah, that's threw me off a little bit at this point in my life because it was so recent. But yeah, and then when I done that video, I know a lot of the comments were like, "Who's this mixed race Afghan fucking Voldemort looking fucking wizard?" It's mad, bro. No one knew who I was. I loved it. Everyone would just make up who they was. I had people that come up to me thinking I look different now, and they'd be like, "Yeah, you look like that Mike Righteous." And before I could say I'm Mike Righteous, they're like, then they start talking about him. They start telling me about this story of this man, this Mike Righteous. And I'm like, You don't even fucking know who the fuck it is. I'm standing in front of you.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I get that sometimes. Like you look like, but really, I've been in the gym now. But I'm saying when I was skinny and that, you look like young Sprite, but he's a bit bigger than you. I'm like, suck your mother. No, no. But how was school? Going back to yours. We'll get back to Jamal because that's obviously gonna interact with.
My school was pretty cool. School's not a good place. It can be a good place. School could be a great place. School is the starting institution for all knowledge that is given to people. Now, what kind of fucking responsibility is that? Every bit of knowledge we all have is provided to us through teachings. So we have to be taught, right? Otherwise, you grow a seed in the dark; it will never bloom. We were just people that now have to go to school and be taught. So then here's the question: what are we being taught?
Exactly.
What we're being taught prepares us for the life we live now. And we don't live in a perfect world. We live in a very troubled world, and we live inside we live with very troubled and hindered spirits and minds. And it all stems from the very first seeds that are planted. And it's because we are taught to... We're taught like a weird sort of contradiction of values. Speak your mind, but also raise your hand when you want to be spoken to. You know? Say how you feel, but don't talk fucking too much. You know, you get punished for being bad, you get awarded for being good. So now you live your life by them rules, like to get attention you have to you do one of them things. You have to be good to get that reward. You have to be bad. What's really happening is we woke up in a fucking dream. We go to bed. I've had dreams that are more vivid than real life. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a dream. And then I go back to my school days.
The main subject today, is mind state. So it seems like that's just the mind state you've grown up with.
I'm learning so much now because I've realised so much now. And I just think you get to an age, it's quite a spiritual age, around 30, 31, 32. When you get to 33,
I miss them days.
A lot of people die at 33.
A lot of people die at 23.
Jesus died at 33.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So many people. But in terms of school, I think, check this, if everyone was taught to meditate in school, there'd be no violence in the world.
We kind of did at the start of drama class in my school.
But imagine if you came into assembly and it was meditation. 30 minutes, we're going to teach you how to meditate.
But I actually remember that calmed you down.
The teacher is, I don't know, a Buddhist monk. So it's a teacher that can afford to teach you how to meditate. Because there's loads of Pats and Barrys and Ninas and Sallys that are teaching you shit. But they're like Mr. Blobbies. No disrespect to them, because they're just people doing a job. And I admire people that will step into that world, do a job.
Yeah, my mum was a teacher, so be careful.
Yeah, you can't. It's a hard job to get.
No, she was a heavy teacher.
It's a hard job because
she was. You get what I'm saying?
Some
Missy Revere, like, see my mum's funeral. Like, I had bare of her kids, what she used to teach. She does primary school as well. They come to her funeral. That's how they remembered my mother. You get me?
I had a teacher in school as well that I used to love, and that you should, there was love from them, care from them. Yeah. And you felt like sometimes you just meet
some
people,
of them care, innit?
And you're like, I don't know why, but I feel like I could tell you about me. And there's just some that are just vexed.
But
why? Because again, we all go through the cycle. People suffer from mental health problems. Yeah. Every single person.
We're definitely talking about that today with a subject like mind state. It's very important.
Our teachers are very important people.
Definitely. So they get to see your child more than you. Sometimes you got some people that's working some long hours, and they're not with their kids as much as the bloody.
How many teachers do you have in your school? There must be about 50, maybe 50, 60 teachers in a big school.
Secondary school.
In a secondary school, maybe that's a lot of teachers, right?
That's at top end in my school.
I'd say 1 in 10 if you're giving them credit, like, is a good teacher who knows how to deal with, and like, you're the kind of person like your mother, like, would have kids that could trust her, the youth actually be able to reach through to them and speak to them, get them to do something.
Yeah, my mum taught Nicky Slimting, big up Nicky Slimting, Curtis Davis, the footballer. You get what I'm saying? They rate my mother. You get me?
But the rest, you know what I mean? The rest just there to do a job.
You always remember like one or two of them. So you just like stick in your mind, innit?
Yeah, Mr. Raphael, that's my gangster.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I feel the reason
the ability
a lot of my teachers, when they were in school, they used to get smacked and that and hit with rulers and that. It was like part of the school. It was part of the. So I think they like begrudgingly look at the pupils like, why can't I smack you? Because you're behaving just like
my mum
I
used to
did.
smack
But I
them.
got a shoot around the head, you know, alright, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Have you got siblings?
Yeah, seven.
Seven?
Yeah.
How
Seven
many
brothers.
sisters?
One sister,
brothers?
6 brothers.
Okay. Whoa, okay. And
I had to do a little head count
where did
in my
you
head
come?
then.
Where did you come?
I'm the last.
Oh, that's like
really?
me.
Yeah, I'm the
youngest as well.
last to be born.
So you like the little sample one that everyone's...
I'm a Gemini as well, so
Yeah, you're mental. I've got a sister that's bloody Gemini. She's
Yeah.
mental.
Did you get spoiled? Being the last one.
I'd say yeah. Yeah and no.
That's like me, I'd say.
Yeah,
you know,
no.
with me as well. It's like,
It's-
what,
it is-
spoiled?
Yeah. It's
Maybe
each-
spoiled compared to the rest.
Yeah,
but
that's what I mean.
Yeah, I do feel it could have probably been better, but it could always have been worse. So the glass full yet a little bit empty.
Yeah, how was life at home? Because obviously, like, I done my research and it says madness. It's like, they was like, he's bright, like your dad was abusive or something with your mum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says that on your website, bro. It's like you're
Yeah,
you're letting a lot out on there still.
I think
putting
I
it all out there.
wrote a lyric, like, and there's a I talk about it a lot in my music. So a lot of these articles will take what I say in music and they'll write stories up.
Oh,
on it
so
and stuff.
was it you that done that?
It depends where you read it, because
It's
I've never
on your
actually
actual
written.
website.
I've never written one of my own bios.
It's on your website. It says, his
Was it
mum was abusive, his mum
mum
was abusive, and his dad was a drug abuser. And I thought, wow.
Yeah, that's pretty true. That's
Yeah,
that's
no,
accurate,
but
yeah.
that's like
My-
me.
my
I
dad-
put it all out there,
yeah.
innit? But I just thought, okay.
My dad had my dad was addicted to heroin,
Okay.
and my dad was addicted to crack cocaine. My dad was addicted to cannabis, and he was an alcoholic. So at one point, he was like
Out of it.
like a skeleton, like a shell of a person, like
Yeah.
not a human, not like barely a big person. But at the same time, he came from a different part of the world where that was just normal. Yeah, that's just like a normal thing to do.
Yeah, a lot of Asians, well, I shouldn't say Asians, but Asians, fuck it.
Margate's not the best
was on
place to
heroin.
be for like recovering drug addicts either. It's like one of the worst places you can be.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
It's always for some reason by the
Ask Pete
seaside, yeah.
Doherty.
Bro, I swear that for some reason, everywhere by the seaside, your lines just go. They've
Mad,
got
yeah.
it's a lot of bloody drug
Because
addicts.
you get all the mandem up here running
Margate,
running
bloody-
county lines, and they're coming all the way to Margate because
Yeah, but for some reason,
it's calm
the
there.
seaside. For some reason, every seaside,
Because the feds
there's
are
just
shit.
so much drugs.
The feds are shit. That's why around there.
Blood. I'm not. I remember. Yeah. I think
I think
big up
that might be
hits.
why
Yeah.
the feds
Big
are
up
shit
hits.
there.
For real.
Big up hits for that episode. Yeah. But I remember in that episode we was like, oh yeah.
The feds are in on it.
Man used to do Reading,
I'll tell
and
you
man
something
used
crazy in a minute.
man used to do a spot by Reading called Newbury, yeah. But back in the day, literally, I remember when we first went up there, me and Cuzzy, yeah. Like they had a police station that closed at like 10 o'clock. Like the police station closes, like, and that's it.
Right,
But
man.
yeah, it's mental.
I
Like
like
some
that.
places are just late, innit?
The I can't. I'm not gonna go in. I won't say names, right? So I'll just try and do it without saying names. But let's just say, so someone who lived in my house, yeah, someone that I've lived with. They were involved
Yeah,
in the scene,
Yeah,
right?
doing their
Involved
thing.
in the whole scene. and they also had a friend who worked for the police force,
Popo,
right?
yeah.
The Popo, yeah. So he gave my brother like a burner phone, and every time the feds would come to raid my house, he'd get the heads up. They'd give. I just said my brother, so
Yeah. Not your proper brother, obviously.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he was going get the phone call, and what happened was my brother met this girl. And this woman, this whole time, was posing as like his partner and that.
And she was a fed.
Right. She was a fed. But she was going to all these different houses and she was shooting up and doing all of that, doing it all. Yeah. And she was doing it into like a little prosthetic arm that she thinks she had in her arm. So she was going, and they locked up like half of Thanet.
Of course they did.
It was like one of the biggest busts in the game.
Yeah.
It
Did
was
the
mad.
Fed get busted as well?
Yeah, and he got busted
Of course
too.
he did.
And now he collects tickets on the train.
Fucking hell.
And he
Gets like that.
Yeah, but he was actually a really good guy. Like, he was only actually trying to help my family. So there are some good feds as well, but I think people come to Margate to run the game because usually feds are well shit there. And they could switch easily.
How is it now? Because a lot of people actually move to Margate now. Like,
It's like gentrified.
yeah, a lot of people.
It's like Brixton now.
Yeah, they're moving there.
Yeah, man. Them hipsters, man. They love it. But I prefer it in the way it is now than the way it was then, because I can raise my kid in an actually nice environment. People walking their strollers with their babies and their little cute little dogs and that. And yeah.
Yeah, so how was home life then? Was it?
Yeah,
That's depressing, or did that?
It was. I was a kid, you know what I mean, and I
Happy
just
kid.
grew up. I know I lived in a very hostile environment because I said before we even started, like, I grew up with a lot of people that have very little patience for a lot of things, so they wouldn't have. There's a lot of misplaced energy, a lot of jealousy amongst brothers.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Brothers to compete with.
Brothers
Yeah, and everyone was very protective of the one girl.
Sister.
She couldn't fucking live her life.
Yeah, of
My
course she
mother
couldn't.
left early, so she had to also take care of me, look after me, raise me. I was the youngest. I think she resented me for that. We used to fight all the fucking time. Bad fights as well.
Where does your sister come?
She was the third child down.
Right.
So me, I'm the youngest. Then
And
it's
the
my
brother-
sister.
Okay.
Sorry, second. My bad. Me and her are actually born closest together.
Yeah.
It's funny that. But
So
she
how
would.
old was she when your mum left?
I was like the youngest, so I was still 7. The rest had like a lot of life experience with her.
Yeah.
So I spent the least time with her, so I had less of the least connection with her.
When you say leave, what do you mean? Sorry.
Just would go and turn up like less and less. Like, she'd come back for like out of the blue, then go again, and then come back. I'd be like 10, and she'd go again and come back. I'd be like 14. then
So
go.
literally, you lot
now.
raised yourself.
Yeah, it makes more sense
Yeah.
now to when you started. You know, when he said, "Tell me about yourself," and you said, "I came from a woman." 'Cause
Yeah.
Now hearing what you're saying, I can understand why you said it like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even realise that myself. That's some deep shit.
Yeah.
But that's how the mind works.
Yeah.
It is incredible, man. It's a beautiful organism that is inside your mind.
Someone said that
That is inside your head. Sorry.
we're not. What is it? We're not human beings having a spiritual experience. We're spiritual beings having a human
Here we go
experience.
again.
Yeah. No, that's legit.
I'm joking. No,
That is 100%
I love that. I do love
legit.
that saying,
But
but
it's lit. But it
We are.
is.
it's lit. It's lit.
We are. There's so many theories out there, and I choose to believe that this consciousness, this spirit, science can't explain it. There's a lot of things that can't be explained.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that they don't
Exist.
exist because of that.
It's like people. It's like with God, innit? Can't see God, but if you've got faith, you know He's there, innit?
Yeah.
Definite 100%.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, some people just ain't got that faith in it.
But
Atheists. and all that.
I do believe
Suck
like
their mother.
we are. So
Atheists.
you're here, right? So for that reason alone, your existence is necessary. Because if you believe everything happens for a reason, then the fact you're here is a testament to the reason behind your life, your existence. Your existence is necessary because otherwise you just wouldn't be here. And that, in essence, is God. Having that small faith in something that we don't know and we don't understand and can't be explained by science. There's spiritual science as well that can explain a lot of stuff. But my spirit and my soul, I know it's too powerful, it's too strong. My mind can be easily manipulated. I can easily manipulate and alter the state of my mind, and reality becomes then what I want it to be.
Condition your mind into whatever you want to condition.
You stare at something for long enough, and you focus on something, you start appreciating that thing and seeing it in a different way. And it's the same with words as well. You focus on words, you focus on the power of words and how they will affect people.
Well, words to me definitely become things.
They manifest,
in there's life and death in the power of the tongue. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's manifestation is what it is. You really do create what you put out, and
I think I feel like if people understood that about the world more, that we're having a human worldly experience, that it would be more easier. Do you know what I mean?
I do think there's a lot of people that are waking up to this concept now. I do think we're in the age of awakening, even though it may seem like, especially online, that there's a lot of dumbing down and sort of hosing down the public with with corporate culture and the shit that's kept us held back all this time, like kept us a slave to our own minds. Like all sorts of capitalism and the way society's set up and the way we are bred to work, earn, sleep, eat, shit, breathe, die. I think people are actually now, because of this pandemic as well, it's allowed people, a lot of other people, to be like, there's actually something else going on here. Like a lot of people faced problems during that time. They had their anxiety was amplified. Their panic attacks would be amplified, and I know people that have had panic attacks to the point where they hallucinate, and you can't tell them that you're in the same room as them because they're seeing things different, and that's just a case of the mind. The body's so afraid, the fear is actually sending signals to the mind, and the mind's looking through the eyes of fear, and your nervous system is just whacked out of control. And I think in that time it gives people all this time to think, I'll do anything to stop this. I'll actually do anything, because at some point people actually considered taking their lives, and that's the last resort.
A lot of people did take their lives.
Yeah, a lot of people did. But there's a point before that where they'll try absolutely every single other thing. And I've been there. I know a lot of people that have been there. And when you start looking at the other things, the other options, and you don't just walk straight into a doctor's office, and you realise there's more to me that meets my eye. Like, I know that there's something else here that's stronger than me, there's power in me. That bit of will that makes me want to quit, that bit of spirit that comes to the top of my mind and says, no, there's a voice in your head that is you, and there's a million other voices that might sound like you, so it's hard to decipher who's who, but there's one voice, and that voice is the voice that actually picks you up, will keep you going, will motivate you when you lose someone you love, or even if you play a sport, if anyone's played a sport, and that little bit of competition, that heat in your heart will make you just push that extra bit. You got like so much more in the tank, and your spirit's driving you. And I think in them moments, people now, when they've got nothing left, they're at rock bottom and they've suffered their whole lives, they'll do anything to get better. a lot of people are taking a spiritual route. A lot of people are finding yoga, meditation, exercise. They're realizing their own potential, and the more they challenge themselves and defeat the voices in their head, the better they're getting it. They're becoming like a more aware, more awake, and that's why these industries, like I think like Hollywood and these industries that have tried to keep us back for so long, like they're starting to fall apart. Record labels, as we knew it, are fucked now. They're nothing like they used to be. You used to walk in their office and they just held all the chips.
Now you're coming, you're bringing the table into their office.
Now they're looking at TikTok. And Becky down the road's got 1 million followers because she's from the estate.
It's mad. You know what I found mad about that lockdown period, because obviously like they fucked with a lot of people's mind state. A lot of people couldn't ride it, but it's like going back to something we've went over before, but it's like a lot of people, when they say about prisoners and all, like obviously man being jail and that, but they say, oh yeah, look at these people in their holiday camp, like it's a holiday camp, it's a holiday camp and all that. But just that little lockdown, they realised wasn't a holiday camp, but they were still free. They could still link their loved ones. They still had more freedom than people that they recognise in a holiday camp. But that's why I always look at it, prisoners, even though, right, we break the law, it's not good to break the law and all that, but I do look at us as being the most unprogrammed people on earth. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, that institution in itself is flawed massively.
I think the lockdown, I think also what it showed people as well was it gave them a good look in the mirror at actually what's going on with them. Because a lot of people run from things every day. It's easy to run out your house and not look back and just do what you're doing. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, that solitude will breed like...
So not a lot of people know how to stay by themselves. And not a lot of people's houses are homes.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I think...
So when they had to stay in...
And they got to know each other as well.
know each other. If you didn't have that homely thing already, you're like, what is this? Do you understand what I mean?
That's why we had so many suicides.
Exactly.
Because what will happen is... it will do one or two things. It will break you or it will just make you. And it can break you and you could still be dead inside and not even know it. But I know a lot of people that it's proven, they've proven to themselves how strong they were and they've handled that. And now they're on to bigger and better things. So it's a lot of people as well, on the same coin, found victory in that little solitude. Because they came from just as bad places, but at the same time, it's really fucked up because we lose a lot of people as well on a daily basis. But this is a struggle that's been going on forever, isn't it? This is the most important struggle to me because it's the struggle in the mind. Whether we could talk about racism, we could talk about wars, we can talk about all these little injustices that everybody wants to pick up on, animals' rights, women's rights. Let's get down to it, like. It all comes down, if we just all sorted out here, if we all had it done from early, none of this would be the case.
But I still feel like it was also a way to just like pick off the vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know, like if you can't help it if you're on your own and you're old at home, innit? Or if you're disabled, or do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's some
Or if you have mental issues, or if you don't have a family. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying,
And then when those people are left, because some people it takes a village to help them. Do you understand? So when they was just cut off on their own, like, do you know what I mean?
Let's be honest, the whole way this thing's shaped out,
what did you think was going to happen to them? Like, you know what I mean?
The whole system needs to be fucking fixed. There shouldn't... If there is very old people existing in this earth, we should be responsible for taking care of them and looking after them. There should be greater opportunities for people that work their whole lives and then have to retire and live somewhere, for sure. Then weak and vulnerable people should be taken care of. There's so many people that should be taken care of.
They dealt with them wicked, man.
But straight away, like, if we could, or if we... I know it's idealistic, and I'm talking about if we could go back in time and change all of that, it would all have to stem from when we was in school. It would all have to stem from what we do teach our children, and then hopefully it changes it for them when they become them old people. Hopefully they can rebuild the society that we truly need. Like, because this one's not happening. This one's not working. It's too fucked up. It's too fucked up.
Definitely, man. They don't. I still think they just killed all the bare old people. I just still think they done that. They just done our madness, and they've just done it, and it's cool now. But I reckon they killed a lot of old people, personally. Do you know what I mean? Like, and they scared a lot of as well unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm just trying to figure out how to prolong the aging process, man, because I've met some old people that are 87, and I go running a lot. I run with this 87-year-old man. We do like 6 kilometres.
Really?
And he's taught me how to run faster and everything.
Listen, bro.
He's run 50, 60 miles this week. And he just runs in the cold and everything every day. And I'm like, do you just not get injured? And he was like, nah, don't get injured.
I've done my life insurance, bro. My life insurance runs out when I'm
That must have been
88 or something, or 89, yeah.
When you got that,
and I'm not trying to even listen. I'm not even trying to see them age there.
Your life insurance must have been quite high, innit?
I got money. Like
no, you're blessed. Yeah, I'm sure you could cover it, but
no, it weren't. No, not really.
weren't
50 quid.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, 50 quid a month.
Is that all it is?
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
I thought it was mad.
50 quid a month. You get me, and I get 150 for my youth.
And if you want private healthcare,
for 150, do you get what I'm saying?
If you want private healthcare,
man, come and lick me over if you want to lick me over. You get what I'm saying? My youth, you know what I'm saying? He's got a 150 there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna pattern up still.
Yeah,
man.
pattern up, man. Do you know what I mean? It makes sense, especially like obviously.
But I've been going to the doctors for a few things recently, so they're gonna be like looking at it like they're gonna hit me with that.
Yeah, what it is,
free bill.
The mind thing though, like they had to check my doctors and all that. Because the second you say mental health and all that, I suffered from depression, or like they check all that out because they want to see, are you going to kill yourself and all that? Because you can't kill yourself for the first year, but after that you can murk yourself and you're still going to get paid. You get what I'm saying? So,
bro, that's in the that's in the small print.
Right? No, you can't kill yourself for the first year.
That is loose.
You kill yourself for the first year, it's dead.
Bro,
but after that, you can kill yourself still. After that,
imagine
they gotta make sure you're.
Wait. Imagine being the admin that has to write up these contracts for their lawyers, and they're like, right,
you got to tell the full truth.
You can't kill yourself within the first year. And then after that,
it's mad.
You can.
Yeah, it's mad. I couldn't believe it.
That's fucked up.
So how do they know if you say I'm a non-smoker?
Because what will happen when you die? They check your lungs, everything.
So you have to have. So it's in the small print that you have an autopsy after you die. Then
definitely, they check all of that.
Yeah, that's some dark.
They check all of that. Yeah, they don't want to pay.
Everyone that has life insurance
they don't want to
cut
pay.
open after.
They don't want to pay.
Yeah, it's like car insurance. They don't want to pay.
They don't want to pay.
If they can find a way not. I just crashed my car, and they didn't pay me because of something that I didn't tick when I was filling in my form. And I spent 20 bags on that car. I was well happy with that car when I bought it. I was like, yes, mate, bought my first car, and everyone's going to actually... I'm glad it happened because it taught me a valuable lesson, because I actually bought that car to impress other people without even knowing.
And the thing about it is everybody pays insurance, yeah? You have car insurance, house insurance. And when you check the odds, like...
If you don't crash your car, you're just pissed.
Actually... need their, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you don't
so it's
crash
just
your car,
something that you're just paying them, and then when you actually need it, they make it so fucking hard for you to get your money. Like, what is that? Do you get what I mean?
They don't want to pay, but I've crashed and got my insurance though.
It's like when you're paying road tax, you know, like, and then you're just looking at the road and the road shit, and it's like your tyre and stuff like that. Like anybody that if your tyre goes, you should just get that done for free.
The fuckery thing with the car thing,
with a few extra steps, like
the fuckery thing with the car thing is that they say you have to have insurance. That's the fuckery thing. Go what? If I don't want insurance, I shouldn't have to have insurance.
Yeah, but you might crash into someone else.
Yeah, if I crash into someone else, then I pay them, innit? I don't need insurance. I will have to pay them. Or something. Do you get what I'm saying?
I do get the insurance sort of system. Like, if you crash into people... Otherwise, I don't know, like everyone would just be smashed into each other and beating up, battering each other because they're not...
Like, it's crazy, man.
But then, check this. What about if we wasn't actually meant to be in such like dynamic communities, like such massive portions of like size and that? Like, what if people were always designed to exist in smaller tribes and set up their own societies within way smaller groups, and that's how human evolution worked.
Yeah, because
Like,
if it was more
easily.
organic, you mean, because those things what you're talking about, these things have all come through science.
Yeah.
Because through science, people have been able to prolong their lives. You know, like if they get sick, like so more and more, do you know what I mean? Like they save more people, don't they?
As well, artificial intelligence, because that's what's advanced our technology to the point where it's our intelligence that created these like cars. Like now that is what now we're getting now we're going all over the place.
Bloody
then we
hell.
get planes, now we're going everywhere.
Let me start on the internet.
Now you can't really stop us. There's no way we was ever going to stay in such small communities, because now everyone's got the internet too.
The internet, you connected the whole world.
I can go to China
Yeah,
and
the
talk to you in
internet-
Chinese.
Internet connected the whole world.
Definitely.
In Mandarin, sorry.
And I bet in 1920 they would have never imagined.
Yeah.
Would have never imagined such a thing.
I think this is going to be the most dangerous thing to ever happen to human society ever. It will wipe us out. I've seen people...
What, Putin?
No, artificial intelligence. Like, if they used artificial intelligent weaponry, that would be more powerful than any kind of nuclear weapon. If they could attack you on the internet or attack you with, like, drones that find you...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things that come and find you.
They probably got that already, man.
Oh, they've got that already, 100%, man. I don't even. I'm not. They're not. I hate the most as well. We're having this conversation, and people will brandish us with a tinfoil hat because they're not ready for just open conversations. I used to be one of them people. Like, I used to sit there and judge people on what they say, but you don't have an open mind. You don't look at every angle. You don't look at every possibility. But yeah.
Going back to you at school, yeah? Like, is that when you found, like, that you was good with words? Was you, like, good at English?
Yeah,
'Cause I was always good at English.
I was good at art. I was quite artistic. I was creative. I was very creative. I had ADHD. I was very excited.
Mike GLC mode, he's good at art.
I was bad. Yeah, I used to piss everyone off in school, and because my brother was
You better than Mike? You draw better than Mike?
Draw better than Mike GLC.
GLC, yeah,
I don't know if it's in him draw.
No, I'm just
Is it?
I'm just trying it.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I know Mike would be annoyed, you get me?
He can draw, yeah?
Yeah, he draws.
That's sick.
Check him out, man. GLC
I like that.
Arts. GLC Arts.
I'm going to check that out.
Yeah, he's turned into... That's what he's doing now.
Yeah.
More time. Yeah, he's on
Yeah.
Instagram. GLC.
Yeah.
His episode was about art as well. Art is life.
I wanted attention growing up, like, that's the real thing. And when I couldn't get it, I just thought,
Yeah.
I'll just fucking rap or do some cool shit or do some wacky shit in
Did
school.
it start
everyone
with
would just-
poetry or did you just straight in?
When I was in school, I used to climb like the side of the school, climb the building, get on top of the school, and people would be like, "What the fuck is Rocky doing? Why has he just climbed up there?" And I'd be on the roof like, "Whoa, I'm on the fucking roof, boy!"
And like
and
Rocky.
everyone they'd be like, "You're fucking nuts, bro. You're not funny or nothing. You just risked your life climbing up there just to get the attention of all these kids." And I was up there, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but I was up there anyway. So I always think that when I got into rapping, I liked rapping, and I started rapping because I know people would like me more if I rapped.
Real name Rocky. I forgot to get into that. Your dad liked Rocky then?
Yeah, my brother liked Rocky.
Okay.
My brother was a professional boxer. WBO world champion.
Your brother named you, blood?
Yeah, my brother named me. They got bored by the sixth kid, and they were like, "You name him." And he just went, "I'll call him Rocky," because that time the Sylvester Stallone Rocky film came out where he had a kid. You know the one where he has a ute?
Yeah.
And in the film, his ute is come out and he's like got loads of hair and like he's like 6 stone.
Yeah.
Baby, newborn baby's like 8 stone, bro. I don't know where my phone is. I want to show you a video of my brother. Anyway, what's meant to be will be. And then
We'll put it up.
my brother was like, call him Rocky because he looks like that kid of Rocky. But yeah, my brother was a sick guy, man. He beats like all. My brother was the biggest underdog in all the fights. Like Frank Warren, who was his promoter.
Oh, sick,
Yeah.
sick. So he was useful then.
He
useful.
was WBU world champ, WBO world champ, IBF world champ.
Go on.
Yeah, 11 stone,
Go on.
number 1 in the British boxing game. He went to America and fought.
Are
this
you
guy
into
called
boxing? I've
Daniel
got some
Santos.
boxing ones for you in the fire round.
Let's go then, yeah. Because I was always taught like to defend myself
Yeah, come on.
and box in box like It was my way of getting out of school. My brother would let me go out of school as long as I went to the gym.
Okay.
So I would.
Gym is very good for the mind state as well.
I love the fact that he did that, because then I was like, I'd choose the gym over school any day. So I just fuck school and I was always in the gym.
Yeah.
But then it stuck with me. It sticks with you. Anything you do when you're young sticks with you. But yeah, he had all of them belts. But the best thing about his story is he was an immigrant. You know what I mean? He came to this country without a British passport, but they made him the British world champion. So they were like, how can you be the British world champion when you're not British? So he was like, okay, I'm going to fight for the British title and you're going to have to give me a British passport. So they give him a British passport. And then he also got a passport for a few other members of my family, because he was like, well, they got to come with me. They got to fight. They're in my corner. So yeah, I was lucky. I was born here. I had a passport when I was born here. But that was a whole madness. They were trying to deport 50% of my family. My dad, my mum, all my brothers. I was going to go into care. The only person that was going to look after me while that happened, they detained all my family, put them all in prison. And while I was being, while they were in the midst of, they were remanded. And I was living with my brother who had a British passport, but if he didn't win that British passport, he'd be in prison as well. They'd imprison the IBF world champion. They'd imprison the champion. And then I'd go to care. So I was like, no, I'm happy. I got to live with him. I got to grow up with him, and he took me to the gym all the time. I'd watch him box. I'd watch him. We had Danny Williams, Joe Calzaghe, all of these famous fighters.
So was you the only one that was born here?
Me, my sister, and my brother. We had the three youngest.
Okay.
We was all born here, but everyone else was born else in Iran. And then my brother had all these boxers coming in and out of the house. It was actually a nice time growing up.
Calzaghe's a sick boxer still.
Calzaghe, my brother, he's in his book. He says one of his favourite fighters is my brother. He read it in his biography. But yeah, that's my brother who put up the. But he was signed by Frank Warren, and he was basically always put in there to lose. Like, he was the one of them guys that they sign so he can take a little beating. He's got a little fan base because he comes from Margate and it's a small community, and they'll follow him around. But ultimately, we're going to put him in there so the people we're building up can just knock him out. And then my brother would go in there with these people that are meant to knock him out and then just bang them in one round, bro. And then it's like, oh, fuck, I fucked it. Now we're going to have to fucking... And he started just banging everyone out until he fought this guy in Manchester, his name was Anthony Farnell. And he was undefeated. At the time, undefeated, like undisputed champion. And the whole lead up to the fight, this bald white guy, like, he was being proper horrible to my family, my brother. My brother's nickname was Takaloo, and he kept calling him Vindaloo.
Oh dear.
Kept calling him Vindaloo in the fight. But he was boxing.
Full on racist.
He was boxing the same night as Ricky Hatton, and Ricky Hatton main card. And this was the co-main event in Manchester. This geezer's from Manchester. He walked out with Roy King.
Hatton.
Yeah, so is Hatton. So it's all Manchester crowd. When this guy came out, he came out to We Are the Champions, And when my brother came out, he came out to You Can Hate Me by Nas.
Oh, come on.
Right, people were like chucking shit at him, and he's walking in, and then you can see, like, when the other guy comes out, undefeated, he's looking a bit tense, where he's like, had to build himself, had to make himself look angry to please the crowd and that, like, I'm gonna do. Anyway, he just couldn't move. He just froze. My brother just does him quick, ends him one round. One round ends him. Went on a string of beating people for one round, and then
I'm gonna check out your brother.
And then my brother got knocked out really, really badly. By a fighter called Wayne Alexander. You might know. Like that. It was a flash knockout as well. My brother was putting pace on him. Hit him with his body shot in the second. You can see he like winces.
Look at Nazeem, man.
And he just swings a blind right, overhand right from nowhere. My brother goes to throw an uppercut. He throws the overhand right. My brother's turned like that. This one just bang,
catches him,
flicks his head back, hits the deck, and then after that, he comes back, has a few more fights, wins, but you just can't fight.
Gets like that, man. Look what Povetkin done to White, man.
But we was talking about people getting greater care taken care of him. My brother's someone who's fought for this country, and there are a lot of athletes that have fought for this country, a lot of athletes that have sacrificed their lives for this country, a lot of people that have sacrificed their lives for this country, just working every day for this country, paying taxes for this country, doing shit for this and they get a letter from the Queen when they turn 100. Like, it's bullshit.
Yeah, and that's you.
You know what I mean? My brother should be celebrated and should be looked after and get greater care taken care of him because of these institutions that have made a lot of money off him. There should be greater schemes in place to like pay these people so that they can live comfortably.
Listen,
they don't have to worry. Right.
They don't even care about their soldiers that go to war for them. Like,
no, they don't.
They just end up,
otherwise, they wouldn't send them to war for them.
Yeah, and they come back and
That's
they just
the
end up with
biggest
PTSD. Like,
I had so many friends that are in the services and they turn to alcohol and they're drug addicts and they kill themselves and they drink themselves into the ground.
When they leave the army, if they get to leave the army, that's you. That's it.
I'm just all about.
And that's all they know.
This thing up here, when you learn to conquer it, it's a beautiful struggle. It's a struggle, but it's a struggle I admire because at the end of that struggle, there's happiness. Because I choose how much pain I put myself through, and the pain I put myself through is progress. Because progress is a painful process. You have to grow, and growing hurts. You have to let things go. You grow in the gym. It ain't easy. When you go gym, you got to push transitioning. You see your body when you go gym. You do the same workout every day. You'll grow from that workout, but then you'll just stop growing from that workout because your body's like, I can do this all day. You do this all the time. Then you got to go again. You got to find a way to push the workout out. So now you work out harder so you can grow again. And all we're doing to the muscle is ripping it. But you have to put it under immense stress and pain for it to grow stronger. It's the same with the mind. And when you put your mind in uncomfortable situations and you teach it to thrive and love them uncomfortable situations, you find discipline and then you become more enlightened, more awake, and because you have more control over this.
Yeah, definitely.
So when the liar in your mind deceives you and speaks to you in ways you can't imagine and tells you things that almost feel real about yourself, you actually have that other voice we was talking about initially that is way stronger. You know, because you can go back to all these times you've proven how strong you was. And that's for me what this meditation's about, what yoga's about, what breathing's about, what learning about yourself's about. And letting go is one of the hardest things. Letting go and admission for me.
And
I can run 50 miles. I'd rather run 50 miles than tell you about some of the stuff that happened to me when I was a child because that's harder for me to do.
Traumatic.
Yeah. So that's harder for me to do than running 50 miles because to me that's the hardest thing I could possibly do. That's why I haven't yet conquered my mind because I'm still finding the strength to let go of certain things and be brave enough to say certain things. But why am I not? Because there's still part of me that's afraid and that fear is what's preventing me from growing. But I'll get there in my life and I know I will because otherwise I'll just die trying.
Inshallah. Yeah, man. So when did you find out that you was good with words? And because bro, like I didn't lie when I said I put you on level, on par with these guys, the wordsmiths. I know you're actually very good with your words.
Yeah, I did study the greats, man.
Okay.
I studied great philosophers, great writers.
Such as?
Well, as well.
As who? Great such as who?
At the time, my early stages of listening to people was always Nas, DMX, the more profound rappers.
Yeah. Jigger?
I never really had the chance to.
No one really cares about Jigger for some reason.
I was always into storytellers. Nas.
Taking Reasonable Doubt when you go home.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. I have to now. But I think I just came. I was at the wrong point.
Yeah.
I was born in the wrong part.
Yeah. You just
DMX got introduced to me through my brothers and Nas and that.
Yeah.
But I grew up at Stillmatic. I didn't even grow up with Illmatic.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I grew up with Grand Champ.
You didn't grow up with Nasty Nas. You grew up with Nas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was like when he spat that story in reverse and
you
know
he was still ready.
I used to love the shit like that.
Yeah.
And when he had a lyric about being a prison cell. You heard that one?
Yeah, come on, man.
And then I wrote a lyric about being a pen.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it was lyrics like that made people think, fucking hell, this guy's sick. But there was nothing really new happening. I was just inspired by a lot of them guys.
Tupac?
Yeah, Tupac, yeah. Tupac, Eminem as well. Eminem was one of my favourites.
Marshall Mathers.
Yeah.
The madman himself.
I related a lot to him when I was younger.
Do you feel like music is easier for you to speak your thoughts through your music?
Yeah, and I think it was just a thing of like that's what was cool. That's what everyone was listening to. That was the rock and roll of my generation. You know what I mean? It still kind of is.
We've always had music off as therapeutic. Me and Cream as well. We feel like music is like a part of our therapy.
Music
So
is.
maybe
Music
that
is
was
the
part of your
greatest healer.
therapy.
That's what I'm
I think
thinking.
music is the greatest healer, and I also think maybe writing music was part of my therapy, but actually listening to it, the music I was taking in was probably not helping me in the right way.
Because
I built up a fake personality off the back of it, someone that I thought I should be rather than what actually was.
Because songs like that, Because I Love You, bruv,
Yeah.
like I related to that, innit? Because obviously it's like a song like going through a breakup type of thing, and I thought, fucking hell. And you read that because make sure you lot check that out as well, yeah? That song's sick. Like, and that was actually, to me, you going through therapy in the studio.
My brother-in-law, who I grew up with as a very good friend, was my best mate growing up. He was so close to me that he eventually ended up getting with my sister. And he's like the nicest guy. So if it was any one of my other mates, I'd be like, you ain't getting with that fucking fucking motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, but he's just a blessed dude. So, but he had problems as well.
I think I would have bonged him though, but...
Ah,
yeah,
bro.
I'd have bonged him
Me
still.
and him had the same birthday.
I'd have bonged my bread. No, I'm joking.
Me and him had the same birthday. We grew up together.
Can't watch your sister's pum-pum, and I keep telling man. No, I keep telling man, you get what I'm saying? You get me watch a girl's pum-pum, don't watch your sister's pum-pum.
Yeah.
But yeah, go on, you just got to teach them, innit?
Who, what, your mates?
No, I'm just saying you got to teach your sibling, you got to teach your sister how to move. But I'm a man, I'm just like that, innit? I don't watch my sister. You do what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't really care.
You're supposed to know how to
listen,
move.
My sister was like a mother to me, bro. When I was young, she raised me. She looked after me. She put dinner on the table and that when my mother weren't around.
Yeah.
So I can't tell my sister what to do, bro. My sister will badge me up. You crazy? Like, I'm the youngest, bro. Like, I'm not in that position, bro.
That's what I say.
And my sister's free to make her choices because my older brothers they did bad her up for she didn't have no freedom. She didn't get to be a teenager.
Yeah.
She never got.
So are
to
they
be
still together though? Your sister and your brother?
He killed himself.
Oh shit.
Yeah. He killed himself 2 years ago.
I read something about that, you know.
And then my sister was the one that found him.
Suicycle. Is that why you made the album Suicycle?
That's why I wrote the album, yeah.
Okay.
Because so here's what I was saying. All the music I used to take in.
He must have been in a mad mind state, but go on.
All the music I used to take in made me a product of the music I was listening to. So therefore I built up a personality based on what I think I should have been rather than who I actually was. So when things like this happen to me,
him though.
Yeah, this is my good friend, but more importantly, my sister's fiance. So she was hurting the most.
Pieces.
So as a brother, a youngest brother, I sort of had to do what she did for me very early in my life. I had to look after her now. It was my turn to look after her.
What do you think made him do that though? What was he going through? Do you know anything he was going through?
We know exactly what he was going through. We was all there on that day. It was no secret.
Really?
He had a lot of problems, but he has family as well. So when they grow up, they're going to want to find out, and it's up for their parents and people to share that information correctly. You know what I mean? I don't want them to watch a podcast and see me talking about it.
No, it's just, you know what it is? Because it's like, obviously, the main subject
he has a daughter who's actually getting to an age now where she probably has the internet and stuff.
We're talking about Mindstate all the way through, yeah? So it's just like, like, what actually brings you... Because me, like, I was even saying to Cream, like, lately I've been depressed. Like, I have my ups and downs. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I've been depressed, like, do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's nothing to do with money. I've got money. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's deeper than money. Do you know what I'm saying? I spend a lot of time by myself, and it's like, even like there's things like I get mad in it, like certain things. Do you know what I mean? So, but even still, I don't get to that point where I think I'm gonna kill myself.
That's what I mean, Spray. I
get more homicidal than suicidal.
I think they're one and the same, though. You know, like when you have that feeling, you're at a point where it's just it don't matter. You're going into battle now. But you don't care what happens to you. That is some form of suicide.
Yeah, I get that for real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just want to go in a different way. You're just not thinking about slitting your wrist or wrapping your neck up.
Cause that's what man say to me even about the Graham Daily Awards thing. They're like, what are you thinking? You've just gone somewhere where all these people are. But I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So maybe that is a form of suicide.
Yeah, because whether it's drugs, whether it's whatever that forms that gets you to that point where you're like, I'm going to put myself in the fire, in death's path. I know a lot of people that committed suicide, weren't suicidal, and I'm pretty sure at that intense moment where they realised they were dying, they would have done anything they could to stop it, because they in that moment.
But then again, I'm extremely brave as well, though.
There's some people, and on the other hand, there's some people that just get up. You would have never known. They walk to that and they go there. They turn the phone up and they go.
Too brave. You get me?
At the same time, this is all just a testament to our minds, the evil and impurities that exist,
demons as well
in the mind, because the mind has 1,000 memories and 1,000,000 voices going through it at an hourly rate.
You get what I'm saying?
There's no if you shut your eyes and go inside your head, how much clarity do you have? How much awareness do you have? How much clear sky can you see? Imagine your thoughts are the fog. How much clear sky can you see? A lot of people can't see nothing. A lot of people can't see nothing and they're just blind. And I think that's why they turn to things. But why are we hurting so much? Why are we in so much pain? It can always be
down to your mind, isn't it, as well?
Yeah,
you put yourself through.
But why is our mind the way it is? Because of what we're taught. We weren't born with these minds. Our minds don't work like that. If you brought up a person in a room that was completely dark, they never saw colour, they would come out of that room at an age where they could perceive and read and see things, and they wouldn't know what life is. They wouldn't know about language. They wouldn't know anything. They'd just be, when you buy a brand new computer, it's just like that. There ain't no documents on it, there ain't no viruses on there, there's nothing on it until you start downloading the information. The information that's been downloaded here is, you gotta think where that came from. A long line of people that have been fed the wrong information too.
Do you know what is this bullshit,
that lie, that story, that...
Sometimes we don't realise we're actually, life, to me, like we're just on a treadmill, innit? We're just going through. We don't realise a lot. We're just on a treadmill.
We don't realise how many lies we've been told.
Do you get what I'm saying? We're just going through, but it's like, even like, there's bare things what reach man, and man just go through. But then like, last weekend it was Mother's Day, and it kind of hit me. I thought, it's Mother's Day. Do you know what I mean? Because my mum's dead, innit? So there's certain times it reaches you have to jump off the treadmill. See, when you come off the treadmill, that's when I get depressed, innit? Because that's why even stuff like this, I have to do it. Because it's like, I think, even though it's like when me and Cream's talking, I'm like, I'm depressed, but this, I have to come and do this, innit? Do you get what I'm trying to say? The podcast, it's like my therapy now as well. Sitting down, talking to a man that's madder than me. You get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? I'm a madman. No, but that's why. No, but you get what I'm saying? People have me off as a madman, innit? So it's good.
That's a compliment.
No, I swear down, brother. I swear down. They have me off as a lunatic. So it's refreshing when I sit down to someone that.
I'm mad as a fucking brush, man.
Yes,
do you know
bro.
what?
Do you get what I'm
the more
saying?
people that tell me that, the happier I get.
I'm
not you.
But I'd rather be what you. If you think I'm mad, safe, innit? I'd rather be that. I don't want to be a sheep. I don't want to be like you lot. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'd rather be
yourself.
Yeah, but what's the word? Unique.
Yeah.
I'd rather be unique. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And I find you to be a unique person. Do you get what I'm saying? Sitting down next to you.
I'm obsessed. That's all I am. And now I've become obsessed with the right things. I used to get obsessed with the wrong things. Put my priorities in the wrong places. Wear the wrong clothes, talk to the wrong people, act the wrong way.
Yeah.
Now I'm just trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
It's funny because
I'm a bit obsessive as well.
And I am obsessive.
If I like something, I'm all over it.
The same.
Yeah.
When I'm asking myself, who am I? What's going on? This experience has just, my life, my human experience, like we were saying, has become so much more intense. Just coming here and going there and seeing every single thing move. I almost feel like I'm in a movie.
But sorry to ask you, but you see, like, when your sister's fiance died,
yeah,
that and then you've had a breakup, yeah?
At the same time.
Right. Is that when you got section?
I'll tell you what happened. My sister and my sister and her fiance were together. They were buying a house. They were doing up the house. So in the house was pretty nice, but inside it still had a lot of work to be done. He'd disappeared for a few days. Then he came home. They had an argument, so on and so forth, blah blah blah, and then he committed suicide. Right. Yeah. Then my sister went deeply into like a very, very bad place, right? So I was there every day, constantly, for about 2 months maybe. And then a couple of her friends took her away to Spain for a bit, tried to get her out of her space. But she's bad for like 6 months. Like, she's getting better. She's had to take a lot of a lot of stuff.
Sexually.
She just had to take a lot of medication that just dumbed it down, right? But now she don't need no medication. Absolutely fine. She's got 2 kids. She's got his kid. She's pregnant at the time as well. Bear in mind, she's pregnant with his baby. That happened. But at that time, I actually lived in Wood Green, North London, with a girl that I'd met just a couple of years back, and it wasn't a very healthy relationship.
Toxic.
We had a child as well. So now I'm torn between these 2 people, and she was supportive at the time, because obviously we'd just been through a hellish process. But that taught me a lot about our relationship, you know what I mean? Because I don't think she was really willing to accept that I needed to be there for my sister. I don't think she was, like, because she just saw it as, well, who's going to be here while all this is going on? Which is fair enough, you know what I mean? Like, who's going to actually... So you're just not going to be a dad anymore. You're just going to go and I'll just be your dad then. Which is fine, I get it, like... And then...
Some girl just chat shit as well.
Yeah, well, when my sister went away and her friends took her away, I used it as an opportunity to take my missus away at the time. So we went to Turkey. My sister went away, and I was texting my sister a lot of time while I was away, and she was like, "Bruv, I can't wait till we just link up again. Like, this is fucked up. I don't even want to be here." And I felt so shit, because I was like, I'm gonna have to go back to my sister, and at this point, this girl's just gonna. And I got my daughter. I love my daughter. Like,
yeah, come on.
So it got to a point where there was like an ultimatum, and it just sent me a bit crazy, because I was like, rather than just let one person down and let the other go, I was just trying to juggle everything, and just say, well, I'll be there at 3 o'clock and here at 4 o'clock, and I'm going between North London and Margate and trying to see my daughter. And then there was just one day where
gasket.
She was just not on it anymore, and I was just very, very like desperate and very dangerous, because I was in a desperate mindset. I'd pretty much was being just a fucking absolute pussy, old man. Like, I was being a bit wet, bro. I was just being a bit wet, being a fucking dumb ute, and I just got myself in some shit. And it was stupid, really, because I'm not proud of it. And I always find it difficult to talk about.
You just, bro, you know what it is? You just blew your gasket. Like I said, innit, it's like cars, innit? Like, you're driving, if you keep driving it without servicing without servicing your car. Like, we human beings, we need servicing as well, and we need an MOT. And sometimes we don't realise that, innit? It's like, even me, I just drive, and I don't MOT myself, innit?
I also lied a lot to myself, and if I lie to myself, I wouldn't mind lying to other people. And I just lied to everyone, and then I let these people...
Lying in what sense? Like, told them you're alright, type of thing?
No, I tell them that if we're not together, then I'm just not going to live. I'm not going to live my life. I'm going to kill myself if this is how it's going to be. You know what I mean? And I'd stay out for hours, and then I'd stay out for hours, and I'd be like, right, do you know what the mad thing is? Like, I've said it now, so I might actually have to do it, because I can't just keep saying it. Can't be the guy that just keeps saying it, which is also a very fucking dangerous concept. Think, like, there's been times where I think there might have been people out there that have took that stance. Can't just keep fucking saying it. I'm jumping out this window.
Yeah, because you keep...
And it's easy to jump out a window. It's easy to jump out a window. It's easy to do. It's not hard to kill yourself.
That was fucking hard for me, mate. I don't want to, like, I just think, like, even if I wanted to, when it comes down to it, I think, like, nah, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying?
But there's always an option there, even in this room right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you wanted to, when we all leave, you could.
Of course. I've actually been in a place where I don't want to live.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I've been at the place where I don't want to live.
There's a lot.
But
you don't
not wanting to live and actually killing yourself. Do you get what I'm trying to say, Cream? Like, but I'm here for it. Do you know one of them? I don't want to live, but I'm here for it.
I wasn't one of them people that actually wanted to kill myself. You know what I mean? I was one of them people that wanted something else and tried to use things to, and I'm not proud of it. I'm really embarrassed of it. But it's
don't be as well, because I think a lot of people go through the same thing.
I punished myself for it, and that's enough. I've done my time for it because I've lost because of it. I've lost a family because of it, and I take that as what I deserve. But at the same time, I hope that one day we can start again as a reformed, healthy man with a healthy mentality because of the things that I've had to experience this late in my life. But we say it's late in life, but it's not that. I feel like I've probably got, if I'm lucky to live to 90, which is where I want to live to, 90 maybe past there, and still be healthy. I'm only a third way through. Yeah, I'm only third way through. So, but you never know what's going to happen. But yeah, so that's that day that I was there and I was pleading and I was begging and I just got a cold shoulder. I was almost willing. I was in that space where I was like, oh, I fucking might have to do this.
Yeah, fuck it.
And then the Popo came. They were looking for me in this park in Edmonton. And bro, I was thrown in the back of a police car, and then that visual, and because I love you, I'm in the back of the police car, that outfit, that's exactly what I was wearing on the day. That coat was what I was wearing on the day, except for it was a boiling hot summer's day, and I was in the back of the police car for so long, and they were taking me to all these different hospitals in London. They couldn't get me in a mental health ward, and then they sent me to Chase Farm.
I knew it. From you in Edmonton,
they sent me to Chase Farm. I was in there for about 7 hours. Then the counsellor came in, and she was like, look, what's going on? And then at that point I was like, I just want to go home, you know what I mean? I just want to go, and I went home. What
is it like in there? So you didn't have to stay in there?
I could have if I was not compliant.
Okay.
Because there was other people in there that were like banging their heads on the wall and that, like, and going.
Gone.
They were. It's a funny thing because like, you're here to collect a man you think's nuts, but when you get there, you lock him up in the back of a car, handcuff him with his hands behind his back, escort him with about 6 other people, like in this fucking all these bombastic feds and that. They like drag you into a nut house where everything's like, I don't know. It's like the fucking.
I can imagine. Probably like.
Yeah, it's like everything's padded and that. You feel like nuts, and then they put you in this little cell and like. I was like, man, I could see myself going nuts in here.
Padded cell?
It's almost, the walls are pretty padded because otherwise you can just knock yourself out. And but it's quite well surveillanced. And actually, the staff there are pretty cool to me. They were like, if you're going to be cool,
check every hour and all that.
Yeah, but if you need it, their staff were like, if you're going to be cool, you can come out here and chill with us. And I was like, I'll be cool. And they were like, you can have this vape pen. They give me a little vape pen. I was vaping in there. There was like, we got loads of food, eat as much as we want. I was actually all right by the end of it, but they let me out at 2 a.m. And I was like, it's fucking 2 a.m. I live in Margate. What am I meant to do?
Did they force you with medication?
Nah, they didn't. A counsellor came in and they assessed me, and I'm pretty sure there's been worse people in there. And she was like, all right, you're cool, let's send him home. He knows what he's done, you know what I mean? I knew what I'd done, man. And I was, at that point, I was like, well, fucking hell. Thought I'm ready to change. And I was like, I've really got nothing. I ain't ripped music in a while. I was like, let me just pick this pen up and see.
Suicidal.
Yeah, and then that's when I wrote that whole story, and that was the story of that particular part of my life, because I started realising that
it's a vicious cycle.
Yeah, I wanted to do something. I started realising my stance in this thing. I've realised if my existence is necessary and if my life should be purposeful for me to feel fulfilled, I know I know what I want to do now. I want to do good. I want to help people and I want to do good. But now here comes the confliction, because I went on holiday off the back of that. I've had a lot of success with that album. Yeah. I've always had a lot of success, but I've always
you've definitely got a nice fan base, a unique fan base as well.
And I handle my own business, so I can always I can take great care of myself by utilising what I've got and helping others. And then when that's the ethos of your business, it also sort of breeds a lot of financial success as well, which was never the plan. It's just something like, it's like an afterburn effect. It's like that just came with it. So
because you're definitely recognised as one of the greats. Because I see you still remain relevant as well. Because you was on that Jordan McCann "Risk It All" that remix. Yeah, and he's a now artist.
Yeah,
you know, like we're a then artist. So yeah, at least you're still getting that love.
I think there's a lot of guys that are going to come up that it's all gone full circle. They forget about you for a bit, but then
first they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again.
Yeah, exactly.
First they love me, now they hate me.
But the people we've inspired are now doing the inspiring, and they're going to always remember that. So I think Jordan was someone that definitely was inspired by our wave of music. And now he's where he is.
He done
a really admirable thing there. Because most people like Jordan, they can get in anyone they want on their track. He could have done that track with Tion Wayne, Russ, like all of the.
You got Tal Greasy on there as well. Tally, my bridging from Manchester as well.
And then it all works. I brought him on tour with me.
Oh, Tally.
Yeah.
Go on.
I done it, so we're all helping each other.
As it goes.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's my bad boy as well.
He's a bad boy. Boy.
You get me, Gav's cousin.
Okay.
Yeah, TV's cousin. You get me.
He's a rude boy.
He's a rude boy, man. He's outside, man.
Yeah, but
when I go up Manchester, I always see him outside. You get me?
He's safe. He came to the show and he came with about 30 man. He came with a bigger entourage than me.
Did he come with a guy with one leg?
Yeah, he came with a guy with one leg. Yeah.
He's a bad boy as well.
They all come out on stage at the end of my show as well. Yeah, smashed it.
Gav's other cousin.
They loved him on stage as well, though. When he came out to do his tunes, they were all giving him an encore, and I was like, "You motherfucker!" I was like, "They're meant to encore me. This is my show."
check out Tal Greasy, man. Check him out.
Come on.
He's good. He's well good, man. We're gonna do some more music together. But yeah, there's a lot of us, man, that came up in that wave. Even Benny Banks, he was on the tune as well.
Benny.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that have.
Benny's a serious lyricist as well.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. When you do things that affect people and impact them emotionally, it's hard for them to forget. When you create moments rather than just music, moments will live forever.
Yeah.
And I think people will always respect that. And I'm starting to see the effects of it now. I had a good time where I was buzzing and I was a newcomer and I was riding the wave.
Yeah.
And I've also had the bit where everyone absolutely hates me. And no one really...
Not your true fans, though.
Not my true fans. They never hate me. But the people that just knew me, that wanted to have a story about me or an opinion about me without even knowing me, that's why I do love doing these kind of... these things. And I don't really get the opportunity to, because it's a bit of a catch-22. Like, because of the way I've been, people don't really want to reach out to me.
But I don't get it. Because even it's like with Skinny Man, bro, yeah? I had to bring Skinny on here. Because Skinny is a legend in my eyes. Do you know what I mean? I've been here. I've been in this thing for long, innit, as well. Like, longer than you, bro, furthermore. I've been in this thing long, innit?
I've watched your videos on you
so
when I was growing up.
But I know who deserves flowers and who... You deserve flowers. So it's like, I don't get why they don't holler it. A Mike Righteous or a Skinny Man or... Like, certain people...
Because they got other options.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They rather like deal with
I'm
the
not
guy
saying
that's
you don't. I'm saying
or-
there's actual. That's why I was giving people like. That's why I give you and Jordan credit, because you also have the other options, but you know where you're true to
real
what
is
you
real,
want to
bro.
do. Yeah,
Really the most, bro.
It's very.
I'm trying to say so.
And I love that. I do love that, man. And I big up Jordan for that. There's been some.
Is he out? Is he out now?
Yeah, he's out now.
Yeah. Go on.
He's out in Jamaica as well at the moment.
Go on.
But there's been a lot of people, man. I actually
like his
bro.
music. He's a nutcase, though.
Yeah, he's mad.
Yeah, he's a nutcase.
Oh, bro, at that video shoot,
like the madness.
when I went to the Risk It All video shoot, obviously I'm transitioning. I'm going through a transition in my life.
That was our last subject.
Yeah.
Big up Zimbo.
Big up Zimbo.
I'm having a transition in my life right now, and I go places and like I'm just really observant, just trying to remain in my awareness, and I'm kind of like spiritual and like
energy.
Yeah, and I'm all about it, but I am about showing love, but I don't know if people thought, what's wrong with this guy? Like, is he upset or something? Like, I think Jordan was a little bit like, what was wrong with you, bruv? And I didn't know quite how to explain it at the time, but that's what I was going through. But that shoot was wild, man. It was fucking so wild, man.
I can imagine as well.
There was just so much going on, like everywhere. But all of them, man, like most, I'd say like everyone on that tune, bar me, is proper on the roads, like proper.
I don't know, but
well, that's what it seemed like. That's what it seemed like.
Like, I don't know, but
that's what it seemed like. I know. We know Tao is. We know. We know Jordan.
Yeah, come on.
I know K-Dot. There was a guy on the end of the verse with me. I know he's a good person. He's actually a good like spirit. He's a good church man. You know what I mean? Believes.
Do you know
in
what it
Christ.
is? It's just like I'm just think on the road, what road and what's on the roads and. But let me just not even stop. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, let me just not even stop.
I used to listen to your music.
You know what I'm saying? Let me just not even stop.
When I was,
you know what I mean?
When I was really young. And your video came on Channel U, and I can't remember the song called. But
on the rise, probably. We've come too far to turn around. We're on the rise and we can't back down.
Too far to turn around.
Do you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? I can't too far to turn around. Can't look back, I need to turn my life around.
That is so fucking
I need
hard.
to learn my life is loud. Take it down the foul, make my wifey proud. I know what life is now. I know what my life is now. I know what my life's about.
Bro, this is the hardest shit, man.
You get what I'm saying?
Ever. And the video was hard as too. You had lights and that.
Come on, man. We was flossing.
Yeah.
We was flossing at a time when people were doing their videos on their estate.
And I didn't know where to. And I used to have to download this stuff illegally. And I'm sorry, but I had your song and I downloaded it. I used to run that shit.
Come on, man.
I used to run that shit all fucking day, man.
4 weeks on Channel U, number one. Big up Channel U. You
slapped it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Till Crazy Tits come true with a sing along, free crazy.
Why did we get into Jordan? We were talking about
because you was on the remix.
Oh yeah, you said. Oh yeah, relevant.
You've managed to stay relevant in this music.
Because and I said because of the profound effects of having that transcendence of emotion. You know what I mean? When it's authentic, you can't really lie about it. I think when Tiny Temper made Wifey Rhythm, he wasn't really speaking about his wifey.
Okay.
You could tell, you know what I mean? Like, maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. But you know when I'm speaking because I love you, it can only be spoken by someone who's experienced that thing.
Well, if you really want like me, that journey, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me, that journey, you get what I'm saying?
No,
come on, I'll drive on the band just to see my girl.
Come on,
you get what I'm saying?
Trust, you know that.
You get what I'm saying? But now, big up Tiny though. Temper. Yeah. Big him up, man.
But I've actually had encounters with everyone in the game, man. And at one point, everyone was a friend of mine.
Bro, you've worked with Ed Sheeran and bloody Emily Sandé. Like you're big in the game,
on
bro.
Ed Sheeran's sofa, man. I've sat in rooms with the RZA, the Jizza, the fucking all of them, bro. I've Nas about 4 times. I've chopped it with Royce the 5'9".
Yeah.
I've done the things with Joel Ortiz. I've sat there with Mary J. Blige.
Bro, you deserve your flowers, bro.
I've done a lot.
You deserve your flowers, you know.
But I don't. I'm not saying it to like big myself up. I'm saying it to say this. Now there's a point where I don't do none of that stuff. And a lot of people think that, oh, you're still making music, you're still doing the DJing, you're still doing the singing and stuff like that. And like before I even get to tell them what's going on, they already think they know. Because they built up a perception of what they think I am. Because of a part of me that, for one, didn't quite know who I was myself, and also a perception that isn't told. I never told my stories, so everyone would just make their own story up. So now I get the opportunity to tell people, and hopefully videos like this will allow people to be like, he ain't what I thought he was, which is what I'm trying to achieve here with myself as well. I want to just really tap into what I am.
You still recording?
I'm still recording. I still got a lot of music, but now my music's just kind of different. Like,
how does it make you feel when people come and say, "You still doing music?" It used to proper piss me off. I'm gonna lie.
Yeah,
I used to think, fucking hell, I put out about. This is when I was proper consistent as well. I've been putting out music, and then they used to come and say, "Have you still doing music?" I think, bloody hell, where? I'm actually putting things out, so like I must not be doing well.
Yeah, but then I just try and remember that some people don't actually have great. They're not really in touch with what's going on at the moment.
But you're still doing shows and all that.
Yeah, man. I do a lot of shows, mate. I haven't had to work since I was 17. So and that's success to me in terms of like what I've done in music, because there's no one else that's done that in music in my area. So I'm the first. I won't be the last.
And the thing is, with you, the first thing people think about is Margate. So you've definitely put them on the map. It's like my cameraman. I said, "Yeah, the Mike Righteous." He's like, "Oh yeah, he's from Margate, isn't he?"
Yeah, I was very proud of it. Like,
so you definitely put them on the map.
A lot of people actually, when I was getting involved in the more commercial aspect of music, a lot of the labels that I was working closely with, would say, "Oh, try not to keep going on about Margate," because, you know, I think they didn't want me to seclude myself. But I was like, "Nah, fuck that. I want people. I want it to be a thing." So then the people after me know that they can do it too. You don't have to go on about Margate, but you know I'm from Margate.
You can be proud you're from there.
You know I'm from Margate. I told you I'm from Margate. So now come from Margate and do this thing. I'm really proud of that, man. I'm really happy that we've managed to do that. But yeah, my.
Because even Skinny Man's still doing shows, like big up Skinny.
Yeah, you can. When you make music that I don't think anyone else can craft, like you can craft your own music, and I'll never be able to do that because I haven't lived what you've lived.
Yeah.
And there's a million man like you on the roads. There's a million man like you just out there. Millions, maybe billions.
Yeah.
And they're listening to you because your life is almost parallel to theirs. They're like, how does this guy know my life? Yeah, they feel like you're telling their story. I've had the similar
thing. That's how man used to feel listening to certain what man used to listen to.
After I made Suicycle and I was starting to reap the benefits of all of this, I was like, it's quite nice having this business, isn't it? You can take care of your stuff, you can sell hot sauce, you can sell t-shirts, you can do one-on-one sessions with people and like help people.
How you got a hot sauce out? Yeah?
Oh, you got a hot sauce.
About that.
I got the world's hottest hot sauce.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called the Fire in the Tooth. It's called Mike Righteous's Fire in the Tooth sauce. This is our original sauce. It's the weapon of mouth destruction. And it's 12 million Scoville heat units.
No way. How's it going?
It's going good. It's a chili challenge.
They're always buying that.
It's a chili challenge. I'll tell you what's funny, yeah? Hopefully no one, because I've had to get a real life lawyer to write a medical disclaimer on the bottle. I was going to say, does it have a? I was just about to say. It has a medical disclaimer on the bottle, which basically says don't eat this because it's not food.
Oh my god.
And then I was like, how can we sell it as food? And he was like, you shouldn't really. And I was like, okay, what have we done?
People actually like hot.
I like it, to be honest. Like I put it on some chicken last night and it weren't too bad. Like, but I gave it to my mates and they were fucking hating it.
It's definitely the world's hottest.
It's the hottest sauce I've ever had. I know. There's a sauce that's 19 million Scoville heat units, but I haven't tried that, so I can't.
It's a lot of Scotch bonnets.
Yeah, it's hotter than the hottest sauce on Hot Ones. You know that show where they eat the chicken wings? They got their hottest sauce is the bomb, and that's like 9 mil. Mine's 12 mil.
Whoa.
So. It's a very hot sauce.
I'm actually glad you didn't bring us any to taste.
But this is all stuff that I've done. I feel like I'm transitioning in my life, like recently. I'm going through a recent transition, so a lot of the old things I'm doing, I'm like...
So what would you say is like one of the biggest misconceptions people have about you? Like, what would you want them to know about you that they thought was something else? Because you've been saying a lot, like, they keep thinking that you're one way when you're not. You wasn't being true to the person that you really was. Like,
I think I'd like to be known as like a kind, loving, like caring person who who, despite like the misconception, there's not a lot of, there's I still have a thin patience because I did come from the environment I grew up in, but it's something I'm aware of, and I'd like to be known as someone who's currently on a inward journey rather than an outward one.
Yeah.
And I'm getting there, and I'm getting to a point in my life now where I'm considering letting go of a lot of things because I know that's what makes me.
Yeah.
That brings me closer to where I want to be. Because I'm living this human experience which is all physical.
Yeah.
But right now, all of this physical stuff has blinded me from the metaphysical, so now I want to reach out to that, and I want to know what that is.
You're on an inward journey.
Yeah, so I was gonna come here in my Crocs today and not do my hair, and I tried because I didn't want to look stupid. Like I tried for you guys. Like
You didn't want to look like your mind state was mental.
Yeah, but
you
I
know
don't
what,
mind that
bruv,
because
that's what
a
I'm trying
lot
to
of
say.
people now a lot of people seeing me. They're like, "What's going on with you, Rox? You going nuts?" And I think, no, I'm not going nuts. I'm just
Fuck
not
them,
you.
man.
I'm just not.
Yeah.
I'm
Fuck
just
them,
not
blood.
what you're doing at the moment,
Fuck them.
which makes me
Yeah.
more confident
Fuck
in what
them,
I'm
blood.
doing.
Fam,
Exactly.
I would normally always get a trim, yeah? I didn't even get a trim for this because I'm not in that mind state.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit right now. innit?
Even when
Yeah.
I'm on the
Do you know what I mean?
podcast, when I'm on the podcast, I strip it back. I even come on the podcast no makeup, and you see how I
Yeah,
come.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just come here like real, like, you know.
Yeah, that's. I think for me, it's just more about. I know these things have not held me back, but I hang on to them. They're like my comfort blanket of my previous self, the person that I uphold myself as, and I'm getting closer and closer to letting go of all of that stuff, which is hard because part of it's even the music. Like I got hit by a car, and I was on a quad bike, and at one point I was
In this
laying in a
country?
road, no, in another country, and I was laying in a road, and the sun was blinding my eyes, and at one point for a split second I didn't know whether I was dead or alive. But in that moment I was completely aware of my life. So thinking in that moment, am I dead? Fucking hell, if I am dead, how comes I'm still aware of Rocky? How comes I'm still aware of all the things I've done? I've got so much to rectify. Because if this is eternal, this isn't good. And this is what I was talking about Jamal. Now I want to be a spirit that has that can breathe freely, be proud, and look down at myself and say, you lived to your full potential. You unlocked your mind and enabled to open your heart to the world.
Yeah, it sounds like you're working on your legacy at the moment.
I am, but I don't know where. I don't know if it's in music or where it is in life, but I know it's in helping people.
I remember one of
teach people.
I wanted to ask you both, actually. Do you think that music reflects the times, or times reflect the music?
both.
Yeah, I think go on.
I think it's a mixture of both.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because every time I speak to people, artists, I notice that something happens before they create the music.
Yeah. I think music should always be a reflection of like what is true and what is real. So a lot of the music I listen to now, they might just be like sort of synthy sounds or like calming sounds.
More healing frequencies.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Stuff that just carries that energy. Maybe stuff with not so many words. And then I listen to that and it fills me with like a kind of emotion. Even stuff that has words, the words need to be like uplifting to uplift me. And then it takes me back to my journey, because then I think as many people as I've helped by giving them that voice of relation, like, this guy's speaking my life. As on the flip side, we was talking about how powerful words can manifest.
Yeah.
And I must have caused some damage too. There's people that have used my words negatively, just like there's people that use the Bible negatively.
I think that was more Mike reckless.
It could have been, you know what I mean? I've had times where I've done a lot of... I put out a lot of things, man, and Suicycle was about a lot of mental health, suicide.
A lot of your
some people
titles
aren't ready to hear that either. And it can bring you so close to that. Hopefully it would heal a lot of people, but then it made me realise that if you're not doing good with the music, then I don't feel like doing it. And now when I sit there and I try and write one of these rap ego verses, you know what I'm talking about, one of them ego rap verses, like it don't come out, and I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
And now my music these days is just sounding a bit more therapeutic, a bit more of a feeling than a song.
A lot of your titles reflect on the mind state you was in, to be fair. Because it's like, when I saw you change your name from Mike Righteous to Mike Reckless. So you was feeling reckless at that time. Do you understand? And then you changed it back to Righteous, because back to Righteous, innit? You sorted your head out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Suicidal. Shows you what state of mind you was at.
What was the feedback from your fans though when you changed it to Mike Reckless?
Man, I was in a situation.
They just wanted to be righteous. Just go back to Righteous.
I was in a situation where I was signed to Grimy Limey, which is Charlie Sloth's record label.
Okay.
So we had a lot of dealings, and there was a lot of stuff that we spoke about, and I think it didn't work out the way we wanted it to, because I think at the time Charlie took on quite a lot of other business, and the time we needed to prepare for things, we didn't actually put into it.
With AU vodka.
We spent a lot of time thinking of like elaborate schemes, but we didn't think about what would actually happen after all of that. You know what I mean? Where to place all of them energies and what was going to come after and that. I've always had that trouble. Like, I'm one of the most talented, but I'm one of the laziest when it comes to like the music.
And the thing about it,
every 3 years.
Laziness gets you nowhere.
Yeah.
Gets talent nowhere.
Of course, yeah.
Don't matter how talented you are. If
you work harder, you're going to outdo the most talented person in the world. Like, it's just a fact.
Yeah.
But I don't care about that, because I was always content with just like, if I could pay my rent, I'm sweet. You know what I mean? I don't really care about being the biggest artist in the world. Like, when I started rapping, I just wanted to be known as one of the best rappers in this country. Done that. So
definitely done that.
That's what I'm happy. I met Retri too, and he was like, "You're one of the best rappers in this country." I met Akala, who probably is one of the best rappers in this country, one of the smartest men in this country.
Very, very smart. And
he was on stage talking about how I made him step his game up.
Akala's had a mad journey as well.
He's had a mad journey,
yeah. And he's gone. He transitioned. He transitioned a long time ago. Yeah, he transitioned well.
I think he's had a. I know for men, I think we generally do transition around that sort of similar age, like around 30, and like beyond that, like
Cream
fully.
says everyone's different. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's different. I don't think there's a certain age that everyone transitions. Because, do you know what I mean? I've done it at a time when a lot of my mates ain't even on it. Man are still on bad man thing, innit?
But I still like bad man thing. Jesus age though, between like 26, it's quite 27 and like 33, innit, or something.
Yeah,
like
I haven't really got into like the spirituality of like numbers and that, but there is in Hinduism and Yogiism that is like the 33 is like the age where either goes like fucked or you like awaken and stuff, but you find or you more just find you. And I think Akala found who he is in life, knows a lot about himself.
When you look at him in Channel U days, I do think he found himself quite early.
Yeah, he did start.
Yeah, he figured it out a long time ago still.
That's what happens when you
figured it out a long time ago.
Start doing the difficult things.
I think it's because of his sister as well, Dynamite as well, you know, like she figured it out a long time ago.
They studied hard, and studying ain't easy. Just to sit down, like, studying's just as hard as fucking running a marathon.
Yeah.
I'd rather run a marathon than read a book. If you sat there and gave me that book right now, I'd say I'd rather run a marathon than read that. He's read about 100 of them.
Yeah, that's
probably 1,000 of them.
That's how books are just.
He's probably do you know what I mean? When you put yourself through that sort of fucking torture.
Yeah.
See, when you grow up,
you're gonna become enlightened.
If you grow up in Fulham with no TV and no like.
Can I take my shoes off?
Yeah, of course. Books become your life.
Yeah, I bet.
You know. Books was my life.
Gym.
Like, you get a good book. You get a good book.
You read?
And a good book is better than bloody the film. Most books I've read is better than the film.
What's your favourite book you've read?
My favourite book's Monster Cody.
Okay.
Because that's like just the first book I read when I got to
Yeah.
film.
Do you like
And it
fiction or not non-fiction? Or
I like real shit.
Yeah,
You get
stories
me?
and that.
Real shit. You know what I'm saying? Autobiographies.
Yeah, okay.
But to be fair, Colour Purple is a good book as well.
Yeah.
You know, Colour
Even the
Purple
film.
is better than the film.
But even the film though is
Yeah,
one of my
the
favourites.
film
It
is
has to go down
big.
as one of my
Yeah,
favourites.
the film is big, but you read that book
Yeah.
and you realise
This
it's
film's
deeper
shit
than
now.
than the.
Can we all agree that
Yeah.
right now films
I
are shit?
don't watch films.
Yeah, I don't. Watch
I'm
films.
actually the
I watch
only
TV.
person that hasn't watched Top Boy. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I'm the only person.
I haven't finished all of it though. I watched that shit.
Yeah, see. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Alright, so
Kano's a really good actor though.
yeah, he's a good.
Yeah.
He's a sick actor.
Season 2 was filmed in Margate, a little bit of it.
Oh, is it?
Do you remember when that kid Kano went to Ramsgate?
Yeah.
You remember that in
Yeah, I
season
remember.
2?
Yeah.
I only know that because they were filming there, and I was walking around, and they were like, "Yo, you know they're filming Top Boy in Margate." I said, "What? You what?" They're like, "Yeah, they're in the corner shop, like up from my house. They're like, they're doing it in the corner shop. Like Kano's in there," and that. I was like, "Nah." It's like, I'm not having it. And I went on set, went into the corner shop. I was like, right, where do you want me?
Yeah.
And they were looking at me like, who the fuck are you, bro?
Yeah.
I said, where do you want me? I'm here now. And they were like, we want you outside, far away from this set. Like, can you go? And I filmed it on the gram and that, and I was like, just terrorising the set and shit. And then I got kicked out. And I just thought it was a violation, you know what I mean? How are you going to come to a Top Boy in Margate and not tell me? Not say, hey, you want to be in Top Boy in Margate? I could have played that little smackhead kid.
Yeah, quickly.
Come on, bro. I could have easily been that kid. Anyway,
Big up Top Boy though.
I'm going to definitely start. You're going to start seeing
Big up
me
Top Boy. They having. I am hearing that it's good. I am hearing that it's good.
Yeah, I am as well.
Yeah. I've done a couple of things. I've done a series. We filmed a pilot for this thing called The Underground, which is pretty good.
Yeah, no, I'm hearing some good reviews about Top Boy, but me, it's not even that I ain't watched Top Boy because I just don't really watch the TV.
Are you friends with Chaz Petty? Do you know Chaz Petty?
Chaz Petty, I've heard that name.
Yeah, he's a film.
I've heard
He's
that
done
name.
a lot for Grime Daily, like a lot of filming.
Dickhead Chaz, no, I'm joking.
No, don't say
No, I'm joking. I tried to say Graham Day, I think Dickhead Chaz.
Yeah.
Nah, I've heard his name.
He's doing a lot of stuff with Amazon at the moment, like.
Really?
Yeah, but he's been a family friend of mine for like really long. He's a fucking.
Nah, big up Chaz, man.
He's a really.
I'm
sick
joking, Chaz. You get what I'm saying?
So what, with Grime Daily and that, because I haven't really had anything to do with him for a very long time. Like everyone keeps saying do a Daily Duppy and that, and I'm like
that you'd kill that though.
Oh, I would like to do one, but
yeah, no, you'd kill that. Posty, holler at Mike Righteous Posty.
I would like to do a Daily Duppy, man.
Yes, and you'll kill that. You'd kill that.
I would definitely like kill that. I was thinking about all the clever things you could do because you know they're like
they put them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying because of how you use your words.
I would love to do that, man. But yeah, I'm not really too sure what's going on there. But I've always been well loyal to like SBTV. Whenever they wanted to do something, I'd do SBTV.
Yeah. So how was your relationship with Jamal, man?
Yeah, mate. When I met him when I was really young. Anyway, like 10 years I've known him. I've known him over 10 years, and he just. When I first met him and I told him I was from Margate, he was like, oh yeah, fish and chips, you know what I mean? Yeah. Fish and chips. And I was like, yeah, one day come down for fish and chips. And imagine I knew him 10 years and the day that he came down for fish and chips like last year. And I was like, and I finally got to, and then I was really proud because I picked him up in my car, convertible, had my shit, and I was like, I wanted him to see what he helped me build. Do you know what I mean? I was like, "This is sick. This is because of you. This shit." And I was actually someone I like to know. If you look at, I can show you my DMs now. I would just message him and just be like, "You're so sick. You're a legend."
Yeah, no, because someone tweeted him. Someone asked him what motivates you, and he said, "Mike Righteous."
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that was his answer. Like, what motivates you? He said, "Mike Righteous."
Yeah.
Don't know why. But
that's what I'm talking about.
That's how much he rated you, innit?
I think in life we have a goal and a role, and it's already pre-planned. Like we have the illusion of free will, but we're here to do something.
So clearly, them messages was motivating him.
I think.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had some cool times with that guy, man. Like we done a music video where. And when do you see Jamal in the video? You don't really see him in the video, like not in the music videos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Man's music.
Man like Smoky Bars.
I picked up this elephant costume, and I went to Ealing to film this video. and I met up with Jamal, and he was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "I'm gonna dress up as an elephant and I'm gonna just run riot around Ealing, you know." And I brought another costume, and I was like, I brought this fox costume. And he basically dressed up as the fox because I didn't have no one else to dress up as the fox. I was like, we need someone to dress up as the fox, and he was like, oh, I'll do it then. I was like, yeah, safe, bro. And it was just funny, like, I watched that video back the other day, and it just like made me like fucking really smile. We've had a lot of good memories together. And
good guy, man.
That's
Lovely person.
there's just loads of people that care about him. I've written a poem for him as well. It's quite long, but yeah.
And you still can't find your phone, so.
I know it now. I know it. It's in my head. But
You wanna give it to us?
Do you want to give us a bit?
yeah, I would say the beginning was you changed my life once, now you changed it twice. You changed it so much, bro. You saved my life. You gave me a chance to shine time after time. Bro, you never stopped giving till the day you died. It's safe to say you gave us Dave, you gave us Nines, too many names. You changed the game, can't change my mind, I'll say it again. You changed my life, you gave us Ed when his eyes were red. And never asked for a penny, guess we paid a price. Gotta pay the toll, gotta carry this pain and just stay surviving. God gave you an angel soul, I think he was just showing off when he made you, bro. You took me from a basic life, made it whole. I was trapped in the shadow of these crazy roads. Getting power was apparent, I was taking coke. Without a penny to my name, you came and you gave me hope. Put a camera in my face like away we go. Next day I'm getting paid from shows. You set pace over a decade ago. If only you knew the role you... It goes on for a very long time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's big, man. Big,
But
man.
it's really like... There's a bit in it as well where I wasn't ever saying like, I wish I never got to say this. I wish I could have got to say this to you when you was around. I was like, I used to say this to you all the time anyway, so you know what it is. Yeah, and I just really, that was my way of like putting a prayer out for him and putting a message out for him and putting energy out for him and his mother and his family. And then a lot of my friends were like, you got to put that out. And I was like, I don't know if I want to put it out, because why am I putting it out? Am I putting it out because I want people to hear it? Do I want attention off it? I don't want that. And he was like, no, you got to put it out because that's what he wants.
I think people appreciate it.
Yeah,
that's what I think. To be fair, like
my friend said that exactly that. He said it's two reasons why you should put it out, because people want to put into words what they can't, and you just have.
Yeah.
And another thing, he wants you to.
You're speaking for a lot of people.
Yeah, like you ain't just writ 100 bars about him. Like you need to go and spit that like he would want you to. And I felt that, and I was like,
yeah, because he would rate that.
I think so.
He would rate that.
You know he would, bro. You just know he would. But I didn't.
Yeah.
I had this conflict with myself because I was thinking like I'm not in that state of mind there. I'm not thinking about like, because one of my other friends was saying like, bro, you got to be the first one to put a song out for Jamal because before someone else does it. And I was just like, but it's not about that for me. And I think that's what scared me, the idea of putting it out. But now I do want people to hear it. So I don't know. I think when get some more time in that, and then I know there's after a painful death like that, there's a lot of people that still hurt. So I just want to speak to people first.
Where you at now? Okay. Like where you at now? What you doing with yourself these days? Obviously you got the pepper.
Yeah.
What else? Are you still recording? We can expect something.
I've put a studio. I built my own studio. I'm helping like other artists. I'm running like writing classes. I'm doing a lot of one-on-one work with people. I'm training to run 50 miles.
Go on.
And
that's
after
a lot of miles.
I'm only training to run 50 miles because after that I want to run 100 miles. And yeah,
I do 6 miles on the treadmill. To be fair,
that's good though, bro.
Every day.
Sometimes I have days where I wake up and I'm like, just getting on the treadmill will be a win today.
To be fair, I walk 6 miles though. I don't. Some jogging, but mostly walking. It takes me like an hour.
I'm getting right into the running at the moment. Like, I find it really, really strangely liberating. Like, because there's a point where I get to where I'm like,
you want to stop, and then when you go past it, you can just keep running forever.
Yeah, and I just realised like I've got so much more to give now. I've done this. When I ran my first 10 miles, I was like, I'd never thought I could run 1 mile. And and 10 miles was 100 miles away.
Yeah.
And that made me want to run 100 miles. Now, if I run 100 miles, I'm just going to feel like I'll probably be covered in piss and shit and claret. And I'll be like, but I'll know that I've done something fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Like, I might put myself through torture, but I would have so much, like, wealth over my own brain that it would never be able to harm me. Like, it couldn't hurt me. I couldn't hurt me. Like, there's no way. And that's what I'm training for at the moment. I'm just doing a lot of inwards work, man. I'm just doing a lot of work, right, like, with myself.
It's
and
good, man.
I'm happy where I'm at. When I heard about Jamal, it gave me a lot of, like, my own health anxieties. So I think, like, we can be young and we can just fuck up. But we can, if we don't take care of ourselves. I'm not saying that's what happened to him, but I'm saying it's worth looking after ourselves. Like we were saying earlier, you could be 90 and, like, barely able to move, or you could be 90 and, like, that geezer still running down the street. Which, I mean, that just comes from taking greater care of yourself. So I got to appreciate if I'm just consciousness experiencing the world on a human level, then I need to respect the physical realm and this physical body and try and keep it going as long as I can out of that respect. It's my way of kind of believing in God. It's my religion. It's my way of showing gratitude. It's taking care of myself. Like we were saying, like, I'm not completely against people that smoke weed or drink or do anything like that. But it's about you controlling them things and them things not controlling you.
That's exactly why I stopped smoking.
That's what you mean.
And tomorrow, Ramadan Kareem tomorrow. We start fasting, so that's even something. And I didn't fast last year, astaghfirullah, but this year I intend to fast, you know. Because that's just how I feel. That's my mind state at the moment.
That's a part of the discipline, though, isn't
something
it?
I need
like,
to do.
I feel like all of them, most religions have an aspect of, like, well, there's a lot of religions that have, like, a fasting period, don't they? So
my mum fasts.
There's something about resisting the temptation of even just eating food. And for me, it's important. It's all about having, like, taking ownership, taking control of yourself in the name of, like, something else, something greater than what you are, and saying, like I'm aware, and just to show you I'm aware, I'm going to do something kind of difficult. I'm going to not eat. So
it's not easy, man.
It's not at all, bro. No, I done a 5-day fast. I didn't eat nothing for a whole 5 days, and I just drank water, and it weren't easy at all. But I did feel really good at the end of it.
To be fair, what used to always be hard for me was the smoking part of the fast. So I'm sure this time round the fasting will be easier for me, inshallah, because I don't smoke no more. I could not eat and not drink. It's just a smoking thing.
What about using that? Because sometimes you're not really.
You're not supposed to listen to music. You're not supposed to swear.
Not.
You're not just during the. A lot of people think fasting is just about the food and the drink, but it's not.
No.
You know, you're supposed to be very pious throughout them hours. Like, not supposed to swear. You're supposed to watch what you're looking at. Even watch what you're listening to. Watch, like.
It's mad.
Unfortunately for Cream, she's not going to be able to sport for the next month. Do you know what I mean? Because even though I can't be around all of that, it's like, do you know what I mean? Just throughout certain hours, I can't be around.
Mate, it's difficult. I got the best faith in you, though. I think you're gonna smash it, man.
No, I've completed fast before, alhamdulillah. The brothers helped me as well. Big up Hamza, Musa, and them. And sometimes it's good when you've got other people as well. Sammy as well, big up Sammy.
Especially in these communities. I've been around London on Eid, and it pops. And it's fun.
Come on, like,
and then when people break fast together, it's a celebration.
You know what I mean? Sammy, I need some food as well. Mo, I need some prawns. Like,
when I was in school, I remember there was this time when we was in assembly, and we was taking a test. So you had my whole year, everyone in the year was taking a test. And the teacher was walking around all our tables, putting a little pencil on our desk, you writing your name at the top of the paper. And then he walks to the front of the class and he says, "Right, everyone, get your pencils, write your names on the page. Full name, please. Unless you got a ridiculously long name like Takalu Bagashi."
Oh dear.
Rotted,
That's your surname, innit?
Yeah. Smack bang, like, oh my god, everyone laughs on that. You know when fucking 100 kids laugh, you're just like, a girl pissed herself 10 minutes ago, and no one's laughing at her. Like,
when I saw your surname, I thought, nah, that's used every letter out of the alphabet.
bro, it was a myth. I used to get put in detention because our username for our IT class used to be your surname, and I couldn't remember how to spell it, and I used to get held back. And I was thinking, this is bullshit.
Takalu Bagashi or something.
They almost ripped me from my roots, man.
That's why it's called Takalu. I'm such an idiot.
Takalu, yeah.
Yeah, I'm such a... They just couldn't be bothered to say the rest
And
of
then
it.
I lost... And where I didn't grow up in... I didn't grow up with my mum, I didn't grow up with my dad, I didn't grow up with any of my brothers. My sister brought me up, so she was kind of tough.
Big up her up, though.
And my actual mates were like my family. But there were all these white dons from fucking Margate. I never had a chance to explore my roots, where I came from. So this year, me and my dad were going to go to Iran together.
Inshallah.
Yeah, and I think...
That's lit.
Yeah.
So your dad's cool now?
My dad's fucking the best, man.
Mashallah.
My dad's my biggest fan, bro.
Really?
I rate him. For him to have got through all of that and he's come off all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to rate him.
I rate him so much, man. Very highly. Like, he's like a hero, man. He's like a superhero. He's like a testament of how strong a person can be.
Addiction is not easy.
There's not many people that have lived through one addiction. He had like multiple ones.
It's not easy to...
No.
Even down to like... That's why I stopped smoking.
It's not his fault. It wasn't his fault. Like, I could have easily become... We're all addicted in some way.
Yeah, we're addicted to something.
Yeah. It's our way of coping. It's a coping mechanism. You got to ask why rather than what. You know what I mean? But my dad's...
We become addicted to people.
My dad's just reached that age in his life now where he's happy riding his bike, and every time you see him, he's smiling and he's
just
happy.
getting on with it.
And he's just
How's your mum doing?
I don't know. I don't really. I can message her. I've got her number. She's got my number.
Yeah.
I think she knows I love her. I've told her a lot, like I love her. But man, there's just, you know, I got some work. I'm still very aware of some of the work I have to do in my life, and a lot of it does revolve around facing a lot of honest moments that I'm gonna have to take up, and it's going to be a difficult experience because I'm going to have to go back to a lot of traumatic places and have to face them things, look them in the face and that. And sometimes it's better just to sort of cower and turn back to myself when I'm in them places. But next time I have any sort of communication with her, I know it's going to be positive. But last time I had some communication with her, I did just sort of offer her the opportunity to know that I still cared about her. I forgive her, and I hope she forgives me, and told her that I loved her, even no matter what happened, no matter what I felt was wrong. I could have all been helped, even by myself. I was a victim to a lot of abuse and that, but I let people abuse me. You know what I mean? You can't just say, oh, that person abused me. No, I let them abuse me.
Now, I think that's a victim mentality. You shouldn't be abused. People shouldn't abuse you.
Yeah, they shouldn't. No,
you should never have it in your brain.
It doesn't make them right.
It's very dangerous for us to even put that out.
It doesn't make.
If you're being abused, it's not your fault.
It doesn't make them. It doesn't make. It doesn't make.
You didn't let
right.
them. You didn't let them. They done it. They abused you.
I know it doesn't. Bro, I can't. I've lived through it.
Don't ever make yourself believe that, or no, I let them abuse me. Or obviously you've lived through it. You've got through it. But
no, I understand
that it's not your fault. It wasn't your fault.
I've also like bared the brunt.
It wasn't your fault.
I know.
It wasn't.
I know, but
you know?
At the same time, I then because of the abuse, I then thought less of myself, and then I'd let people treat me in a lesser way because
it's more of a coping mechanism. That you're using.
But that's what I meant when I said I let people, because
that's
then after that, because of that, I'd have no value for myself. The value got taken away, so I had to reinstate what I actually was worth. Which I've done now. I'm proud of myself. I'm not a fan of beating myself up a million times over one thing. Like if I beat myself up over it once, and that's all it is. I've learned from that. But yeah, words are very powerful. Words are a very powerful thing. I understand what you're saying. Like I do want to be a way more careful because, like I said at the beginning, like I do live up here.
Yeah, because there's people out there getting abused, innit?
Yeah.
And I don't want them to feel like, you're letting people abuse you.
No, especially when you're a child, bro. Because I suffered my abuse when I was a child.
Exactly. And sometimes they're not letting it happen.
In every sense, you know what I mean? It wasn't physical. It was all
Mental.
senses, everything you could possibly imagine. Like, and like I said, like when I feel strong enough, I'll open up to the world. I'll probably write a book. I'll probably tell my story.
Inshallah.
So people that are being abused and suffering severe abuse can understand that, like just like you're saying, don't ever let it take the value away and then allow you to continue to be abused because of what it's done to you.
Yeah, because you start feeling like it's you.
You start thinking, well, it's a syndrome, isn't it? Like some people get kidnapped and they fall in love with their kidnappers.
Stockholm syndrome.
Exactly, that's exactly what it's called. Yeah, so it's very mad what can happen to our minds if manipulated, and I think what I'm focusing on now, my main mission in life, is to take ownership of my mind, and that's all part of it. Reinstating the power that I have, the value I have, the strength I have, and then when I have that, I can also share it.
Yeah.
When I have that, I know that I can't give it away to people that I don't think deserve it. So I'm just there. That's what's going on.
Inshallah, you get there, but we're gonna get into the fire round.
Yeah.
But first, I want to big up because we got a few donations this time round.
Yeah.
Yeah, so big up everyone that donated to the PayPal.
Thank you, up.
You can donate some more as well.
Yeah.
Please. Donate some for Cream.
Yes.
Donate some for everything. All the mental health charities.
So we've got Safia Shahid. Safia says, hold on, I've got to sign in again. Sorry, it's taking some time. Yeah. So
Donate
Safia,
to the
Safia
donut.
says, big up RTM, aka Big Ross Clot Spray.
Done.
Pew pew. Doing your thing, bro. Come a long way from badding man up.
Raw.
Maybe I used to bad up Safia, but I'm sorry if I did.
He said pew pew.
Yeah, he said pew pew.
Like pew pew.
Doing your thing, bro. Come a long way from badding man up. But guess what? Safia sent 1p. Big you up still. He said 1p, but nah, don't laugh, Cream. Cause it's all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If every view was 1p,
Come on.
that 50,000 views would be like $5. You get what I'm saying?
That 1p was a 1p you didn't have a minute ago.
Big you up, Safia, though. But 1p,
it's
man.
1p more than you had a minute ago, isn't it? Like,
And
to be
then,
honest.
Ibrahim's back. Ibrahim's back. Big up Ibrahim.
Yeah.
He says
What's happening now?
They just since the last episode. Hardest podcast coming out of the UK.
Trust.
Big up everyone. You've really got to consider dropping an episode a week. Ibrahim, we did start doing an episode a week at the start of this season, but we just felt like, because obviously we have long episodes, we just felt like 2 weeks is enough for people to digest, and we have big artists that we give them flowers, and we feel like they need 2 weeks of flowers each. Do you know what I mean?
I'll take 2 weeks of flowers.
Do you know what I mean? It just needs to sink in. Just every, do you know what I mean? When we was doing it every week, it was like bam, 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 like, you know what I mean? It was too much. But anyway, no, that's not it.
Do I get real flowers?
We've got
these just metaphorical ones.
Troy Martin says, he just says from @Breezer online, so I think that was someone that tweeted. Big you up, Breezer online. Troy.
Trey Martin, such a gangster's name, isn't it?
Yeah, no, big you up.
You're
No, big up you lot.
Trey
That's
Martin.
it. That's it, but big up you lot.
Trey
We're gonna
Martin.
go into the fire round. Tupac or Biggie?
Tupac.
Come on, Jay-Z or Nas?
Nas.
Well, we know already. Game or 50 Cent?
50.
Come on, man.
Killing it so
Mobb Deep or The Locks?
Mob Deep.
Yeah. Lil Kim or Foxy Brown?
I'm really not either. I'd say Lil Kim.
She says Foxy, I say Lil
Yeah.
Kim. Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey?
Whitney.
Come on. Adele or Amy
Adele.
Winehouse?
Not Amy Winehouse.
See? Come on, Amy's been through some
Oh,
shit,
that was a
man.
good one though.
Yeah, come
as soon
on.
as you said Adele, I was like, who's going to top Adele? And then you said Amy. I was like, no,
come on,
Amy,
man.
come on.
Amy, man.
I like Amy.
Come on, Amy been
Love her.
rehab. She said, fuck rehab. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? Amy a bad girl.
Yeah, trust.
R.I.P. Amy. Usher or Chris Brown?
Chris Brown. Breezy.
Nah, Usher, man.
You don't like Chris Breezy?
Boys to Men
I
or
don't.
Boys to Men or
Bad man.
Jodeci?
Jodeci.
Yep.
Boys to Men can sing better though.
Yeah.
Gotta say that. I gotta say that for my cuz. Big up Lejeune. He went mad at me. DM me. He's like, cuz, Boys to Men can sing better than Jodeci. He loves his R&B. Big up Lejeune. Big up LJ.
Wait, who's Just In Case? How to Make It Home Tonight? Is that not even any of them?
You're getting mad.
Don't make me
Boom,
mad.
yeah, you're getting mad. Yeah, he's gone too crazy.
Wait, that's Jaheim or something, isn't it?
That's even madder. Just don't say no more. Don't say no more. That weren't Jaheim. It weren't.
Jaheim,
Yeah,
it's not,
don't even.
What?
Just in case he's mad. Oh my gosh.
Ain't that
Don't even try, Cream. And if you don't know, don't cry. Boom. Jungle or garage?
Jungle.
Garage or house?
Garage.
Hip hop or R&B?
Hip hop.
Car or bike? We don't need laughter
Bike.
from you, cameraman. Please.
You like my answer though?
Yeah, I know, but
I said garage.
his laughter's going too mad. This is, do you get what I'm saying? And you told me I'm gonna get onto you this time,
bro, it's getting
and I
hotter
did
in here,
accidentally. I told you it gets hot in it. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. When you talking,
This is the hot fire round.
hip hop or R&B?
Hip hop.
Come on, car or bike?
Bike.
Your bike, man, yeah.
I'm a what? Wait, you talking about like push bike?
No,
Motorbike.
But
Oh,
you can say
car.
push bike if
Yeah,
you
I
want.
want a push bike.
Saying nothing. Cream found that too funny. Cream is
put a push
too
bike next to
moosey.
it. Oh.
Cream is
push
too
bike, no,
moosey.
push bike.
Yeah, Cream is now. He's taking a push bike over the car. That's mad for Cream. But anyway,
It needs to be a good push bike.
Bimmers or Mercs?
Bimmers.
Okay. Audi or Volkswagen?
Volkswagen.
Don't lie. I'll take Audi. Ferrari or Bentley?
Bentley.
Come on, you know the
Yeah.
thing. Lambo or Bugatti?
Bugatti.
Come on, man. Like these lot, she's on Lambo thing, but
Yeah.
you know the thing. You
You
get
don't
me?
see Bugattis.
Come on, man. You know the thing.
I
That's
would
my
like
son.
to get-
That's
I
my
wouldn't
son's.
have- if I
My
had
son's
one, I wouldn't
favorite
get
car.
it. I would be scared to get him one.
Yeah, that's my son's favorite car. That's what he's gonna get if man lick me over. You get what I'm saying?
Very wrong. Yeah.
That life insurance, he's getting that Bugatti. You get me? No, I'm joking. But yeah, Jeep or coupe?
Coupe.
Yeah, I'm coupe, man, as well.
Spin this coupe.
Football or basketball?
That's his sign.
Football or basketball?
Footballs.
Don't say balls. Don't say football. Don't. The yard man, I can't even have that next to me. The yard man won't let me listen to that football. Man said football, fam.
Footballs.
Man said football, fam. The
I'm
yard
using
man.
plural, 'cause
The yard
all
man,
of the
yeah.
footballs,
Don't say
American
balls.
footballs.
Don't say balls and foot in the same sentence, blood. Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Michael.
Come on, old school.
Jackson.
Oh, you guys are mad.
No,
Tennis
Jordan
or
all day.
cricket? Tennis or cricket?
Cricket.
Yeah, come on, man. I'm a cricket man as well, you know. Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Gotta be. Versace or Mosh?
Moschino.
See?
Moschino.
Gucci or Louis?
Louis.
Gotta be. Sportswear or designer?
Designer.
Coke or Pepsi?
Designer sportswear.
Coke or Pepsi?
Neither. They both fund Israel.
I'm Coke.
You're gonna have to take that one out because I noticed none of us.
No, I'm not taking
They
it.
They both fund the Israeli
Some
army,
do.
so don't
Some
support
do.
either.
A lot do. A lot pick Coke. Still.
Yeah.
Someone's even picked Pepsi before. But yeah, Fanta or Tango?
Well, you'll be picking bullets up off the floor in the Gaza Strip because they both support the
What, Fanta or Tango?
Fanta or Tango. Again, neither. They both kill you.
Orange juice or apple juice?
I like oranges.
Chocolate or strawberry milkshake?
Chocolat chaud.
Chinese or Indian? This is food now, obviously.
Yeah, I was going to think people. Like that's a bit.
Chinese or Indian?
I like Chinese.
Gotta be, man.
Yeah.
But I like Indian as well, though.
I like Indian. Yeah, I do. I like Chinese more though.
Italian or Turkish?
I like a bit of noodles. Italian.
Gotta be Turkish for me.
Really?
100%. I love Turkish.
We sort of rival Turkish food, Persian food, so I can't really choose.
Yeah, Persian food's kind of, they got their own thing going on. It's like Lebanese a bit. But
Slaps.
yeah, oxtail.
There's
it does slap. It does
There's
slap.
actually a really good Persian restaurant, Behesht.
They got a good Persian
Kilburn.
restaurant in
Kilburn.
Finchley as well.
Yeah,
Is it?
in
Yeah.
Kilburn. Go to Behesht. It
Oh,
is.
your ends. Look.
Yeah.
You would love that.
Oxtail or sushi?
Oxtail.
Come on, man.
Oxtail or
Not even gonna
sushi,
ask
you know,
you.
don't
No, but I
you?
want to see
Yeah,
what you're on. I want to see what you're on.
Sushi,
Yeah. No, but some people do. If they're bougie,
Oxtail.
remember sushi's a bougie thing, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Really-
some, I know man that will.
did just pick the very
sushi. You get what I'm saying? Cause they're bougie innit. But yeah, boom.
Plastic or steel.
Rice and peas or jollof?
I like jollof.
Ooh, see it there?
Yeah.
Okay.
See it there? Boom. But we're rice and peas because we're racist. But yeah,
Racist.
we're West Indian, so we can't really pick that
What's your
African
favourite
thing.
race? Mine's the 500 metres.
You get what I'm saying? Boom. Inside or outside? Do you rather be
Inside.
indoors or
Oh, no,
outdoors? Indoors
outside,
or outdoors?
outside.
So what did you think? Man said inside so quick.
Yeah.
Inside the boom boom.
Inside.
Come on. I know. You get what I'm saying?
I was thinking more like
You
inward
must- the
spiritually.
way you
You know
just-
what I mean?
Oh.
In like meditative state.
Madman thing.
In your mind or outside. in the real
Madman
world.
thing.
It's
To
like-
even think that is crazy, but boom. We're going to go into boxing now. Tyson Fury or Dillian White? We know this fight's coming up soon.
I like
Not
Dillian,
what you want.
I like Dillian
Tyson,
White. I like
Fury.
Dillian White.
Who do you think will win that? Fury
Fury's gonna
or
win.
Dillian White?
Yeah.
Because I like Dillian as well.
Yeah, Fury's gonna win.
You get what I'm saying? But Fury's just Fury. All right, Errol Spence or Terence Crawford?
I think Terence Crawford wins, man.
But I'll have to. I don't know with them two. You know, I
Yeah.
want to see that fight. We have to see that fight.
I hope it happens in their prime. It's not like another.
Yeah, like some. Yeah, I know.
Dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, them guys got to fight, man. Boxing's a bit crap like that, man. Why ain't the best guys
Bro,
fighting each other, man? I'd fight you.
It's like I can't
It
even
was
pick.
me.
I was trying to pick someone
it's
for.
so far.
I was trying to pick someone for Tank. Calm down. I was trying to pick someone for Tank. Yeah. Who do you? Because I couldn't even think. Because he would just beat up anyone.
I'd say Devin Haney's a good fight for
Oh, he
Tank.
will fuck up Devin Haney. He'll
Yeah.
fuck up Haney.
I don't know. I'd
Don't you think?
like to see him fight Canelo. That would be a good fight. I think Canelo would smash him.
Yeah, but he'll have to go. Nah,
He'd have to go up in weight,
Yeah,
yeah.
he'll have to go up in weight, innit?
But yeah, I'd like to see him fight Kambosos. That's a good
He will
fight.
mash up Kambosos as
Really,
well.
you think?
The Australian.
Yeah.
He will mash him up.
Lomachenko.
Kambosos just about Loma.
Loma might-
Loma's already took his one though, innit?
Yeah, but Loma's is a matrix guy,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, Loma-
If he's switched on, I don't think anyone can beat
I'm
Lomachenko.
just Tank. I'm Team Tank, innit?
Yeah,
I'm just Team Tank.
I think
Javante Davis for anyone that don't know, you get me? Go look up my Killy, you get what I'm saying?
But he has a lot. He's
a bad boy.
Yeah, okay.
So you
In my
think he's
bud.
so out of him and Devin Haney, you reckon he's
guy likes Tank, you got a fan here, boy.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Tank.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Tank.
Do you know what? He's fucking so sick, bro.
I'm just a fan of Tank.
Yeah.
He just reminds me of Tyson when I was growing up.
Yeah, I like his personality. He's very
just-
like.
He's on stuff.
reserved,
He's
like,
on
calm.
stuff. But Kambosos and then they can't chat to Tank, bro.
He seems humble, very
Devin
humble as
Haney
well.
can't even chat. Devin Haney needs to fight Kambosos. They need to fight each other.
Yeah,
They
they're
can't-
gonna fight.
That's what I'm
That's
saying. They
happening,
can't
yeah.
chat to Tank.
Yeah.
None of them. You get me? But they're good fighters though.
Yeah.
Haney better than Kambosos. He'll punch at Kambosos as well. And yeah, I'm not being racist. That's just how I feel. Amir Khan or Prince Nazim?
Prince Nazim.
Easily, innit?
Yeah, a million times.
Easily.
You can ask me that a million times.
Easily.
Yeah.
We've all seen what Amir's jaw does. You get what I'm saying? He's got the glass jaw. You get me?
We call him Amir Khan.
Yeah.
Oh, don't.
No, allow Amir, man. Allow Amir, man. Man said Amir can't, you know.
I'll have him from this sofa.
When he started,
Look at
though,
him, Amir Khan. Amir Kant.
when he
Amir
started,
Cunt.
when he started, he fooled the
You're
world.
Amir Cunt.
Nah, he fooled the world. He did fool the world because he started off with a lot of potential.
Started well.
started
Where are you now?
Yeah, madness.
I don't know why I turned northern then.
Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson in their prime?
Ali.
I see Tyson, you know.
can't
Tyson
say
a bit
that,
more
though.
vicious, man.
I think
Tyson's just
Do you know what?
vicious,
I lied.
man.
Tyson.
Ali as a person, as a man.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
that's what I
if
said.
you're
talking about
they're
a
just
man-
both in the ring, but
as
then
a
at the
man.
same time,
If I'm talking about
to
fighting,
be fair, then, bro,
he couldn't dope a rope.
even
Tyson,
as a man, I'd still pick Tyson.
he couldn't.
Really?
No, but as a
Yeah,
Tyson,
not as an activist, as a civil rights activist, I choose Muhammad Ali
Yeah.
for the time. But as a man who's experienced pain,
Yeah, Tyson.
and has come
Because you're a
through it.
madman, you're gonna pick Tyson.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Muhammad Ali.
I saw that video of him talking about how he lost his daughter on it came up on the gram, and I was like, oh man, it's hard to watch that and not get emotional, man.
Tyson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that out. I ain't seen it.
Have you watched his podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, it's wicked, yeah.
He's a madman. That's what I'm saying. But he's a G still.
Yeah.
He's a G because he's
You know
made.
about his daughter?
Yeah.
No, I
His
don't.
daughter, his
You
daughter
didn't?
died.
No, I didn't know.
She
That's what
died
I'm
on
saying.
a treadmill
Yeah.
at his house.
I didn't know.
his
She was
personal
like
gym.
4 years old as well, something
Yeah,
like that.
only
you
happened
know?
like 10 years ago.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
And he's
I
telling this
remember.
story, and he was like, "When my first thought was get my gun," and then they were like, "What was you gonna do?" And he was like, "Don't worry." But that was my first thought.
Gonna blow his head off.
And he was like, I went to the hospital, and obviously I went to the bit of the hospital where other parents were there with their kids who were dying. And then I thought, how can I be like this when these people's kids are dying too? Mate, it was such an emotional clip. I was like, this is the strongest man I've ever met. This is the strongest man I've never met. Actually, I've met him, so it don't matter.
Now, boxing, it's got to be Tyson.
Yeah,
As a
Tyson.
person, I'm going to pick Ali all the time. Do you know what I mean? Because Ali never raped no one, I'm joking. Boom. I know. Slander. Tyson never either. You get what I'm saying? Slander. But yeah, boom. iPhone or Samsung?
The iPhones are better.
Come on, man.
I was hoping he just said it's like...
Cream and a Samsung. You're on Samsung as well, though, innit?
So, innit? Like, we're all bionic people now, aren't we? We're all like cyborgs.
So we got two against two. Mbappe or Haaland?
Mbappe. I like Haaland, but you got to give him more time, man.
I don't.
Like, he needs way more time.
I keep wanting someone to pick Haaland for some reason.
Yeah.
I need to take that one out.
He's gonna be. I think he could be like the.
Haaland's sick though, you know.
In 5-6 years, he'll be like the next Messi, Ronaldo.
He's sick still. Wayne Rooney in his prime or Harry Kane?
Wayne Rooney in his prime.
All the time,
Harry Kane.
all the
He's
time.
a mug. He looks like one of the Beavis and Butthead guys.
All the time. Oh my gosh.
He looks like I hate his face.
Yeah, he actually does.
He does.
Look
Looks
like Beavis.
yeah.
Looks like Beavis. No, good goal scorer though, man. He's a good goal
Shut
scorer.
up, Harry Kane. You mug.
J-Lo or Halle Berry?
Jenny from the block.
The body.
Yeah, trust. Don't be fooled.
Stacey Dash or Rihanna?
Who?
Stacey Dash or Rihanna? I forgot your 90s.
Rihanna, bruv. I don't
You're
even
gonna
know
pick-
that other
yeah.
person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You said Rihanna and someone else.
All right,
No.
Beyonce or Rihanna?
Rihanna.
Okay.
Trust. Rihanna is the real deal.
You're smelling Rihanna.
Yeah, I just think like she's got all the appeal, bro.
Looks or personality?
She's got lasso.
Looks or personality?
Personality is important, well more important. But let's be
Looks,
honest, everything's based on looks because you don't know personality.
I say looks.
Although you can almost sort of personality from someone's
I'll
looks.
sort out your personality.
They're on in the same, aren't they? So I can't say personality without saying looks because your looks kind of go in hand with your personality.
Natural or makeup?
Natural.
Yeah. Good girl or bad girl?
Good girl.
Sex toys or no sex toys?
No sex toys. I'm the sex toy.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with a bit of sex toys. But yeah, money or love?
Love.
Money. Mike Righteous or Mike Reckless?
Mike Righteous.
Yeah, that's the ones for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Who's winning that opening
You
game?
asking anyone else that one?
No, hell no. Who's winning?
Hell no.
Who's winning that opening game in the World Cup? England or Iran?
Iran. Yeah, I'm going for Iran.
So you're with your roots. You're with your roots for this. No fish and chips for the World Cup.
I stuck with England for the last one. I was literally went to.
I couldn't believe
Yeah.
that.
It was
All
a
the way
mad
to
game.
the final.
Yeah. But I've supported England for a long time, man. They broke my heart.
So we with Righteous, not Reckless.
Yeah.
And that, my friend, was the fire round.
Boy, that was intense.
Yeah, we got through it.
How'd I do?
Because now, bro, you kind of what everyone says, but
Yeah.
you've had a couple that's
Fucked up
been
on that
different.
Jodeci one,
You've
though,
had a
innit?
couple that's been different. No. I think they picked Jodeci last time.
For real.
Oh no, Zimbo picked Boys to Men, and I said Lava. Yeah,
Yeah.
picking Boys.
I don't know. I don't really know about. Yeah.
Current affairs though,
Yep,
Creation.
so current affairs this week. So I don't know if you lot heard, but everybody been talking about Will at the Oscars
Oh yeah.
slapping Chris Rock.
Yeah.
You see that? You know the money's thing. I thought it was real straight away.
It's not real.
You don't think it's real because
It's
we was in.
definitely not real.
I was
Don't
actually
think
in
so.
a
I don't think it's real.
I was in a thing
I'll tell
on
you why I
Twitter.
don't think it's
You know
real.
them Twitter things. Twitter's got them forums now. You know. I didn't know that
they?
you can actually. It's like Clubhouse. I think I've gone on there.
Yeah.
I've seen like people in some chat room, and it was hosted by my brother Millie Major, big up Major, and Lippy was the co-host. Big up Lippy and my dog Serious Sykes. You get me from over Brixton. He was the co-host, but I've gone in there. You get me, and like we was talking about it, and Lippy thinks it's fake. They think he's fake,
Reds thought it was
and I just
fake.
thought it was real. Do you get what I'm saying?
I
so we
thought it
were
was.
talking about it.
I don't blame you
The
for thinking
slap
it's real
looked
because
fake.
they are the best actors in the world.
But how comes it's not come out that it's fake then?
The only thing is,
how comes it's not come out that it's
hear
fake?
the slap, like it sounded like it.
But
had
how comes
sound
it's not
effect.
come out that it's fake?
But then I feel it's real because
The slap was real.
But then when
the
he
slap
came
was
back
real.
and he was crying and all of that, I think it's real.
No, but by
It's
now,
not-
wouldn't you know if it was
Yeah,
fake?
like,
It would have
I don't
been
think they would
out. They wouldn't
had
have
it for
forced it.
that
Yeah,
long.
they wouldn't have
Not
just
with
kept
the
it flowing.
LAPD making a statement and
Statement that he's
everything.
not gonna.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you know
like,
what I mean?
I think it's real, man. Even his son tweeted, "That's how we
Yeah.
do, man." They look at whatever.
Yeah, I don't think there was a whole lot of people in on it. I think there was a very few. selected
Okay,
people
yeah,
that
that's
were
what
in.
Lippy was saying. Lippy reckons
Yeah.
that Will and Chris Rock spoke about it before.
I think the Oscars had more to do with it than anything else because their ratings, especially within the black community,
No, but
plummeted.
if the Oscars
their
had something to do with it-
in general have plummeted, and every year Hollywood have to do some elaborate scheme
to get people
to get
to.
viral video, so their show is popular still because. No one watches bullshit award ceremonies on TV, just like no one watches MTV based, just like no one actually goes on TV to do anything to awards movie or film because everything's done on Netflix and everything's done on the internet.
But that's like saying
So their
Kanye went on there
industry
when
is
Kanye
shit.
done his thing. That
Their
was fake.
industry is shit and they need to do some real crazy shit in order to make... So, now, isn't it ironic that the guy that won the most prestigious award of the night was also the guy that done the slap, and the person he did slap was the guy that they gave the job to host the whole
I
thing.
don't think he was hosting the whole thing. He was just giving out.
No, he was the host for
He
the
was giving
night.
out an award. That's what I read anyway.
He was the host, no?
I read
maybe
that. I
he
read
went-
that he was just giving out an award. But
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was
I didn't
fake
watch it.
before, but then because of how I've seen everything play out afterwards, I don't know. I think it
And
was
it's,
real.
I think if he's the only other trouble I'm having is these are the greatest actors in the world. So even if it was real, even if
you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Imagine being mates with someone. You'd just be like, "Are you acting?
Yeah.
Tell me now."
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, I'm not acting. You'd be like, "I don't know," because you're a fucking really good actor.
even when
Will
he's crying.
Smith.
Yeah, even
If
when
that's
he's
your
crying, it's
Will
like, that's
name.
what he does.
Do you see what I've done? That's your Will name.
Yeah.
But here the thing now, yeah. Also, as someone who watches like boxing and stuff like that, right? If you slap me now and I wasn't expecting it, you would, if played in slow motion, you'd see a ripple in my face because I'd be not expecting it. I'd go like that. Like if you slap me hard, like I'd have a relaxed face because I wouldn't be expecting a slap. His face isn't relaxed and he's expecting a slap.
Yeah, that's
and
what
he's
Millie.
laying there.
That's what Millie Major and that they had it in slow motion. They were just adamant that it's fake, but they had me believing by the end of it that it's fake. But I thought it was real. And big up Lucchese as well. One guy
Why
from
did he get-
America.
why-
One guy from America come on there, Lucchese, and he was saying that, you know what I mean, he was having his opinion and all that, and he must have had his Desert Eagle and bloom bloom. He must have skied two out the window because we was running joke on him. Me and Lippy, we was trying to like joke him out. You get me? Man was calling him Bayesian and that because he's saying he's from Jamaica. He's just saying, you get what I'm saying? About 10 minutes later, he just skied two out his window.
It looked fake, but I think it's real.
I found my
We'll
phone.
have to wait and see.
Go on.
But,
It was in the sofa.
but if it is real, yeah,
I think if it was real, surely he would have got kicked out and they would have pressed charges.
yeah. If it is real, the fact that he went up there and slapped him in the face and then went back and sat down in the front row after, to me, I was
Yeah.
like,
But that's
I just feel like if it was somebody else, like if that was a rapper, if that was 50 Cent that done that, he would have got arrested. Security
And a
would
lot
have
of people
come.
are like, "Oh no, that's Will Smith. Like he
They
broke,
would never have
broke
had that.
then."
And then
I
you
was
just look like it weren't assault, a blatant assault,
that's
full on.
literally- You've gone on
Listen,
there and
the
full on
joke
assault,
weren't even
especially
that-
America as
the
well.
joke weren't
And you can
even
sue
that
people.
bad.
No, all he said was GI.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No,
and
you
he
see-
was laughing at it.
Yeah, he
I
was
remember-
laughing at
yeah,
it.
He
at
thought it
first.
was funny. So
And he was like,
because
"Oh, he just
Jada-
snapped." I was like, "He didn't."
No, but
snap.
that's what would make you think it's real though. The fact that he was laughing, looked across, Jada's not laughing. He thought, yo,
She
I need
might
to
have been
sort
on it
myself
too.
out. Otherwise, there's no pum pum for me for about 3 months. Like he thought I need to sort myself out. It's like
Otherwise,
man,
I
look
ain't gonna
and
get
see
to
from you
watch.
look and you see a gal giving them face there. You better be ready to go to prison.
She looked him dead in the eyes.
Yeah, you
"Will,
better be ready
you better
to go to
slap
prison."
him,
Yeah,
otherwise you can't watch me shag another
I
man
think
tonight.
that Jada's emasculated Will Smith.
Yeah, by banging other men.
I think
very
Will Smith is
highly,
just
and I feel like
emasculated.
if I just go into it a little bit, I think that looking at him on the stage, he looks like a broken man. And I notice a lot of the time that I have seen Will, when you look in his eyes, he looks like he's on the verge of crying. And he's got like hundreds of M's in his bank account. Do you understand what I'm saying?
My mum's crying. Don't
no,
start
I'm not
crying.
talking. No, there's different when you're talking about stuff, but
Yeah,
he
I'm
don't
just
look to me
You know,
like
I can't help
you're
it.
just.
You know, I can't help
just
it. You
feel
know, like she tried to use crying, like that's mental.
No.
A lot
I'm
of
talking
these- a
about
lot
when
of
he's
these
speaking
successful people.
and he looks to me that he's in a very broken place at the moment.
Mindstate.
And considering that he's number one, he's got kids. He's married. He's got a successful.
He's fucking Will Smith, man.
You understand? Like he's got a lot
Kids
of
are
things
mental,
that
though, a
people,
star
but
for a while.
they choose to have their kid like grow anyhow.
Will
Do you
Smith,
understand
man.
what I'm saying? I just feel like. Yeah, she's emasculated him and he's doing misplaced anger because people always take the piss out of him with her over the stuff that she's done to him. So why are you getting mad at every... Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think all of that's true, and it could play perfectly into this idea that it may have been set up, but also plays to the other hand that it could have perfectly well have just been a man who just had enough. That's why I don't know if we'll ever know, because even
that
if it
August
was...
Alsina, that's where you should be slapping.
Yeah, I don't know, yeah.
But even him going up there and when he
just
slapped him and
fucking
then he
hate
was
Hollywood.
shouting saying keep your wife, it
Hollywood's
didn't
full of
even
paedophiles.
look authentic.
My wife,
It just
name
looks like
out
he's
your
trying to
fucking
be
mouth.
he's trying to prove
Yeah.
like I'm standing up for you, like you know what I mean, like
She's
all
even
of
looking
these
around
things.
like- she's
and
looking like,
she
you're
her
right.
face is just no emotion, like stone.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Do you understand what
No,
I'm
but I saw
saying?
another angle, and she was actually laughing when he was walking back. I saw another angle. They had a camera angle showing
Well,
Jada.
even that to me
and she
is
was
wrong
even
because
laughing.
that's the first Oscar that he's even had, and I don't feel like that's I wouldn't even want you to go and slap Chris Rock, a comedian,
Yeah.
like that's what he does for that. I just think it like
They didn't do it.
And it wasn't even that mental, the joke.
no,
Like,
I don't. Yeah, it's
obviously,
like,
they're saying
award
she
after.
got alopecia and all that, but that's your problem.
They gave
with
him
it, do you know what I mean?
they gave him an award after. I just
After.
thought,
I think-
crazy.
yeah.
like-
and they was all consoling. He went up there and assaulted Chris Rock.
And then he was getting
And
consoled.
everybody was consoling him, and nobody asked Chris Rock how he was.
Yeah, Chris Rock's sick, but I do like Chris Rock.
Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know. I think unless there's something we never knew.
That's why it might be fake.
Do you get what I mean?
My gut tells me it's fake because I just don't trust Hollywood. I just think Hollywood's fucked. And when they want to get something, when they want to get the world's attention, they don't give a fuck. Look, they've given awards to rapists. They rape people. They're full of nonsense. Hollywood is full of nonsense. Them directors, all trash. They literally use their position to molest young actors. Like they do. Like how many times do you even hear those stories? Like it's true. They do. It's a disgusting, dirty game,
A star
and
for
every
a while.
empire has fallen apart. And because of the way the world's shifting now, it has no legs to stand on. This is just balancing on this thin line of who are we? Why are we? The fat cats in that tower are watching it fall down before their eyes, and they're having to do some elaborate shit. Next year it'll be even more crazy shit because they've got nothing left. They're running out of steam. And that's what makes me think that it could have potentially been fake, but they planned it perfectly because they have used a vulnerable man in a crazy relationship. And I'm
he
pretty
says
sure
fake.
they said to him, "Hey, we'll give
says
you an
fake.
award, mate. Like,
Yeah.
give you the best award for all actors."
Mike says fake. I say real.
real.
On the verge of. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll say real, but I'll wait to hear if it
Nothing's
comes
real.
out.
Life's a dream.
I don't know. Yeah.
What else
Right.
is there?
The Black China with Rob and Tiger.
Who the fuck?
So basically,
The Black Tiger in Robin
Black
China. That's some fucking ancient fucking.
American.
Do you know Kylie Jenner?
Yeah.
You know the Kardashians.
Yeah.
So that's she's got a baby with.
I thought we were
with Rob
talking about the
Kardashian.
Ming Dynasty, bruv. When you said
So so she must have tweeted yesterday. I had to give up 3 of my cars. My reasons, my morals, my beliefs, being a single mother, no support, I'm a mum. She's saying that she ain't got no support from Tiger or Rob Kardashian, yeah? So then Tiger basically tweeted and said, I pay 40k a year for my son, school. He lives with me Monday to Saturday. Why should I pay child support? Rob Kardashian jumped into the comment section and said, I pay 37k a year for my daughter's school.
37k a year. My man pays 40k a month.
And he said,
Tiger pays 40k a month for my man.
no, sorry, 40k a year. Both of them are a year. So one's 47, one's 30, one's 40, one's 37k. I
No, you did
handle
say,
every
yeah, you did
single
say.
medical expense. I pay all her extracurricular activities, and he has his daughter from Tuesday to Saturday. So as the mum,
So she's
she
just
has
getting
her
money.
kids like 1 or 2 days per week. She
How
pays
dare
for
she?
none of how basically. Come
She
on,
says she's got to give up 3 of her cars.
three of her cars. So
Okay,
this was
so
like
3 of them.
how many have you got left?
like
only
China,
3?
like really.
What did she even do?
Exactly, and she's also got her own
just-
business and stuff like that. So what did you
Ain't
want
she
them
just
to
a
do
famous
for you?
bops?
Listen,
Ain't she just a famous bops? Rate her pum pum though, car. You see me? A pum pum's getting the peas still. What? You get me?
but to tweet that, do you get what I mean? Like, she must have been like, she just got major backlash from that.
Cool, she did.
Like, what did you expect them to be giving you? Do you know what I mean?
I'm surprised she didn't know she was gonna get backlash off it though.
Aren't you like...
Maybe she just wanted to be spoken about.
Yeah.
Yes, you know them ones,
Do you know what I
innit?
mean? Because it's like she's wanting people to know, like, yeah, I had 3. I'm back here, Black China. You don't ain't spoke about me for a bit. I'm here.
I just think like when you got a lot of money and you live a lot of money lifestyle, you need more money to support that because you just get your lifestyle becomes more lavish and more expensive. So then you're always gonna a lot of money to. She's got a lot of money, but if we had it, but because she's got it, it's not a lot of money because she lives a much more expensive life. So maybe we just live within our means as humans and
Basically,
live a minimalistic
yeah,
life because we don't need nothing.
She needs to live within her means.
She needs a
and
pair of
she's
Crocs,
got enough
that's what she
time
needs.
to make some more money because she's only got her kids like 1 to 2 days a week.
She needs a
Do you know
pair
what
of
I mean?
Crocs and a book.
All right, we need to anything happening in England?
Yeah, so we're going on to the UK now. So
Jungle is massive.
did you hear about the Costello?
Costello.
With Trend Central?
Ah, yeah.
Did you hear about
He was
that?
going mad at the head of Trend Central or something, saying
Yeah.
that they shouldn't have put out something.
Put out a program. So basically, he said that he had approached them.
Have you heard of Costello?
What? Huh?
Costello.
Who?
No,
Oh, yeah.
he hasn't.
They're rappers.
No.
No, he's a
Let's just go through this
influencer.
quickly.
Yeah.
So he's an influencer, and then there's a
I know
YouTube
that
cha-
guy. Has he got the long hair and the tattoos? Yeah, I like him. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you know
sick.
Costello. So basically, he's approached Trend Central. They do Backchat London and other programs, and he's approached them about a show that he wanted to do where him and his ex-girlfriend are having a discussion about what happened back in the day, you know, in their relationship.
I've seen this clip.
clean
I've
and-
seen this clip
Have you
popping
seen it?
up, yeah.
Okay, so he's approached them. He said he wanted to do that. They started filming. During the filming, a lot has come out, you know, his raw emotions, speaking about him not wanting a child and stuff like that. And he said after filming it, basically to the guy, you know, I don't want to put certain things in there. You know, I want to take it out. I'm not happy with all of this
And
stuff.
they didn't.
What
They
we're
said
gonna-
you kept it in.
So he's saying that the guy said, well, this is good content, you know, you should use it. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
So he said, I haven't signed a waiver for this. I haven't given you consent. Neither has my ex-girlfriend. Plus, it's my show, so I'm not going to go forward with it. So then basically he said a little while later, he's had an email with a consent for him to consent for them to put out the show. They've taken the idea, put the show out and used him and his girlfriend as the first episode.
What? And they haven't got his consent.
No.
Oh, you can fuck. They're
Fuck
fucked
really,
up then,
yeah,
isn't it?
fuck.
That's
So
well.
what
That's
do
well
you
fucked
reckon
up.
of that then? Yeah.
Shouldn't be done. But also be careful what you say in interviews. But then I guess like if you're saying it at the time, I think it's one of these things where people aren't thinking that far ahead. They do. They think in that moment. But
Spur of the moment.
if you're saying things, we know we was talking about how powerful that can be. So just I don't know, be careful about what you're saying. But also that's fucking horrible, isn't it? Like you don't expect. If you've got control over something and it's your idea, you should be able to dictate and conduct
That's
how
what
it
I
looks.
was going to say. If it
So
was
he
his
probably
idea,
felt comfortable. You know what I mean? He
saying
probably
everything because he thought he could control the editing.
Yeah,
innit?
he'll look back on it and be like, right, that's cool. Looking back on that, that's a
But
bit mad,
apparently,
take that out.
it just was a real moment.
Yeah, but they
That's
probably
what-
they don't
I
give
mean,
a shit because
apparently.
it's not them in the seat.
So it
talking
wasn't
about
even.
it.
It wasn't a case of him thinking, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to edit." It was just a real moment. And then after that real moment, in hindsight, he thought, "Nah, I don't want people to see that." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what it was. You know. And unfortunately, I've been the Trend Central guy. Because I've had someone say, like, oh, yeah, they want to take something out. And I was like, no, bruv, man. Like, it's good, man. That's good content and all that, and kind of not even twang them to keep it in, but it's like I left it up. Like, all right, you give me the timestamps, and then I'll take it out. In my head, kind of knowing this person's lazy, he's not gonna give me no timestamps, and then we just ended up putting it out. But yeah, so but in hindsight, I feel like no, I should have took that out.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so I get both sides of it.
You don't know what the effect it's going to have on the person.
Both.
Yeah.
I do get both sides of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like, in hindsight, the Transcendental guy should look at himself. But the maddest thing is, when I left it in and the views, he done shit views, shitter than my normal episodes. So it just proves as well.
Have you ever seen The Equalizer, the Denzel film?
Yeah.
And then he walks into that room and there's like 30 men and he's like, I'm going to get that. I was talking about how he can, and then he just does it all quick and then he just kills everyone. I think that's what you kind of have to be like with your decisions that you're making sometimes. Like, you think of all the possibilities that could possibly happen. Think about the people that could hear it. Think about the people that are affected by it. Think about the people that are in the story. Think about their people's people. And it runs quite deep.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
The only thing with his thing is, like you just said, it's a bit more techie because they've actually took. If what he's saying is true, they've literally just swiped your idea.
Yeah.
You said you're not doing it no more. They've literally used your idea and used you and your girlfriend and put it up and said like, "Fuck what you're saying." Like, we're just using it anyway.
Yeah, that's fucking
like
well out of order,
that's out of order, isn't it?
Yeah, that's well out of order.
That's why he's going so mad.
Yeah, but
they put it up, so they most probably feel like.
Yeah, they don't care about that. They just care about their show. That's the problem with this shit, man. That's what annoys me about this shit, man.
I would have thought they must have contacted solicitors.
I was going to say, so I reckon.
They must have contacted solicitors that's told them, nah, you've got the right, or... Because how could you just do that? Or is it
going to be like ways? It's like a real long thing for him to get it taken down. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I like the way he says, bruv. You know what I mean, bruv?
Yeah.
Brev.
I just fucking let 100 girls, bruv. And like one of them just came on me, innit, bruv? Like,
now his mind state is of a madman.
He's a funny guy, isn't he?
He's funny still.
Anything
else?
Yeah. What's his Digger D with the DVS business.
Digger D, you know.
Digger D, is that what you just called it?
Digger D, bro. The biggest artist right now, bro. You never heard of Digger D?
No, I don't know of Digger D. I thought you said Dickhead D. I was like,
no. That's going mad. That's like footballs, fam. Yeah, that's like footballs, fam. But yeah,
my mind's gone.
Digger D. I've met Digger D as well, and I think he's actually like I like him still, and I think he's a good artist and all that. You know, but just the old heads thing, like have a bit of respect, you know.
I thought it was a bit funny.
Is he cussing D?
No, of course it is funny. It is funny.
Get onto the old heads when
it is funny, but you know that it's funny. Yeah, it's funny.
What did you say?
I'm an old head, innit?
Yeah, I know.
I'm an old head, so straight away I'm laughing, and then I've heard old heads, huh?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I'm thinking, hold on a minute.
What happened?
Like, I'm a bit childish as well, do you get what I'm saying? So I'm not thinking of myself as a full-on old head, innit?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, we're cool, fam. Like, you don't need to get onto me. Like, I'm not thinking you're chatting to me as well.
What did he say?
What
did he say?
Now he's just like, that's why I can't deal with these old heads. But I get it, because when I was his age, I was burning fire on the old heads as well.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, I had respect. I weren't like just saying, yeah, ban all the old guys.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
It is a fucking war outside, man. Youngers versus olders. Me us outside fucking...
But as far as like...
O2.
As far as like him as an artist, I think he's a fucking... He's a good artist, you know? But yeah, like remember you got that M24 whatever, that's Davis's nephew, innit?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, so it's like he's saying stuff.
Right.
But, do you know what I mean? You got to be careful as well, man. You know what I mean? But obviously you just don't give a shit, innit, clearly. Do you know?
Can I ask you a question, yeah?
Go on.
What do you think is good the life that they rap about, but at the same time it's good for them because they're getting out of the hood,
I don't think it's good the life that they rap about, but it is the life that they live.
Do you think it does good for the people they that take the music in?
I think it doesn't do no good, but I don't think it's not down to them, because it's like the same with me, bro. When I was rapping, you know what man used to rap about. It wasn't good what I was saying. Do you think what I'm saying? And I know course it influenced. You know how much man that must have rigged out listening to Spray and all that. But I'm just telling my story. I'm just telling.
That's why I
what
asked
I see.
you lot. Do you
know what I
think
mean?
that music reflects the times, or does times reflect?
No,
the
but it's
music?
not even about the times.
No, but I was saying because the world in itself. When I said about us having a whole worldly experience, a human experience, the world as we know it. Generations and generations before us, even in Roman times, before people was bopping to certain musics, there was still war, there was still good, there was still bad. It's not because of the music. Not entirely, I'm saying. I'm not going to say purely. And I feel like, you see like this music where a lot of people from our community are getting rich as well. I feel like they're bad mind of people making money, because you lot make money off doing movies, and in your movies there's sex, drugs and violence. In your video games, sex, drugs and violence. If you go to galleries, sex, drugs and violence. And everybody's allowed to make money off of it apart from us.
I agree.
That's it.
I agree, but you know, on the other hand, two wrongs don't make a right.
No, I didn't say that.
No, I'm just saying, on the other hand, no, but I'm just saying, me, as an artist that used to say what I'm saying, I'm not going to sit here and move like it doesn't influence or it didn't have no influence
the promotion
on people.
of all negativity, the impact that it has, do you think it's clearly not good for people?
It's not, but going on what Queen said last time,
like all negative.
Sorry,
record labels that ain't us giving them how many much millions and all that money advances, knowing what they're pumping out there. No one talks about nothing like that.
But going on what Queen said last time as well,
it's the same.
Wait, can I say something, please?
With my
can I say something? Well. Going on what you're saying, it's like you've got different artists as well.
Exactly.
I used to say what I'm saying, but then you say what you're saying.
Yes.
But then you got Logic saying what he's saying. But then you got Akala saying what he's saying. It's not down to us. It's about who's listening to us. Do you get what I'm trying to say? We're not telling them to. I'm not telling them to listen to me.
People are going to choose.
You know what I mean?
People are going to choose their leaders anyway. It's about leadership.
But you're here and you've got your fan base. That people that want to listen to you.
But even with me, I feel the negative effects of what I do as well.
Okay.
And I think that's purely just because I'm just saying a lot and doing a lot and speaking a lot and talking a lot out there. Like.
But that's how I feel. It's like I'm not gonna sit here and say no. Like drill music don't influence. Because I'm just going to drill. I'm just saying like I just see people.
But there's power in release. And there's power in therapy, whether you like it or not.
Of course.
And at the end of the day, like I said, we're living in a world that's not perfect.
Yeah.
And there's going to be people that are somewhere where you can't reach them, but you can reach them through the music.
It's like
and just them hearing that somebody else is, or they can, you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
they don't feel so isolated.
It works both ways, innit? Because man's saying what man's saying, but then again, look, I've got people, you know how much people come out of jail and say, you know what, bro, you bring me through that sentence, you know?
Exactly.
Like, you bring me through. So man is the man for bad youths then, innit? Like, everyone needs someone, innit?
And Jesus didn't go into the good parts, he went into the bad parts to bring them to the... do you understand what I'm saying? It's about
the wielder of it, isn't it? Like whoever's wielding it, the power, because you can use the power for good or you can use it for negativity. It's the same with religion and all aspects of things.
At the same time, you just can't say it has no influence, because even with the drill music now, and I look at Scarcity and I look at all these news places, and you see it's like some little chiefy youths, like, and they're doing madness, but it's because they're listening to drill, like, do you know what I mean? Little, like, I see them in it, so I just know the influence that it has. I think
it's important to protect these art forms.
But I don't think it's the artist's fault either.
We should. It's like some teachings.
I don't think it's the artist's fault. Sorry.
I just feel like there's too much fake artists.
I think parenting, I just go back to that as well.
Yeah.
Like, watch your youths, blood. Why should I have to watch your youths? I'm just spitting what I'm spitting and I don't give a shit. Like, at the time, when I was young, spare whatever, spit like Digger D, don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So man was at that stage. We don't care. I'm saying what I'm saying.
Asking as well. I don't have a view.
No. Cool.
You guys are saying.
I'm with you. I'm not saying that it doesn't have an influence.
It does.
Of course it has an influence.
Of course it does.
But guess what? I didn't care.
Yeah.
It's only now that man's older.
But at the same time, it's all types of influence, isn't it?
Because it's like you said, you listen to Nas, you listen to DMX, you listen to Eminem.
So I became like a storyteller.
Do you understand what I'm saying? But their stories, they weren't all good. Listen to what Eminem was saying about his baby mother and his mum and all that. And
that's probably what gave me such a warped idea on relationships and shit. You know what I mean?
know what I'm saying? You listen to gangster music as well, because Nas is a gangster.
Yeah.
DMX is a gangster. You didn't find yourself on Swallow at 16 like me.
No.
So it's not gonna do the same thing to everyone.
No, I used to when I listen to that gangster stuff, it makes me want to go gym and do like pads.
But do you get what I'm trying to say? It's who you are.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's gonna make you do whatever you do.
It's the man behind the gun.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Other people can listen to but yeah, obviously you got the small percentage of chiefs that take it on and just go mad with it.
I think it's a constant cosmic battle, like what's going on in the universe. It's just good and bad, and it's all about where you're at.
I think that it assists to the frequency of the world.
Yeah.
But most of the people that come and we speak to them, when they say what made me me, they don't ever say music. They say how I was brought up, things that happened to me as a child. Do you understand what I'm saying? My experiences at school with my friends, my family, you know what I'm saying? Personal relationships.
Yeah.
They hardly ever really say, it was music that made me. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
Yeah, but
what was going on around me kind of shaped my taste in music.
Yeah, it does influence them though. Anyway.
Yeah, I think movies, music.
It does, but it's not the only thing.
No,
do you know what I mean? So we shouldn't. And the spotlight is always shone on music.
I'd always, if I speak to young people, I always encourage them to like pick your heroes. Always have a hero. But you got to be the real hero of your own story. But there's got to be teachers and profound leaders that you can look up to and be like, he's got it right, and he's got it right, you know what I mean? And I started realising the power in doing that when I looked at people that I thought, this is a great mind, good mind person, that's a sick mind person. But I think a lot of us, we do pick our heroes from younger because of our childhood. We do get expelled out of our own... Our heroes should be our parents and our teachers that we get brought up by. And a lot of the time they're not. So we do turn to like whoever we want.
Yeah.
And if we come from dark places... it's going to be people that have also come from dark places.
And that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Dilemma time. Sorry. We got every episode, we have a different dilemma. Yeah. And this time, it's some... You don't... I didn't even show you this one, is it? Oh, yeah. So anyway, this guy's messaged the podcast page. Basically, they send their dilemmas, innit?
Okay.
So anyway, this one is... Their RTM podcast show. I got a brethren in commas brackets, really is a brethren, I know how the thing set, who's been with this girl like 2 or 3 years now, like linking for the first 2. He asked me if he should make her his wife. I made the mistake of not finding out the background, and just said, if it makes you happy, do your thing. Only to find out that she has 2 kids for 2 different men. And also within the first year, she stopped linking him and came back with an extra youth. And now she's pregnant with her third. I don't get that, but now she's pregnant with her third with him. He don't work a decent wage, and he's about to take them all in under his liquor man wage. Easy, I thought he's your brethren. Man said liquor man wage. I can't tell him that's the youth and thing, but boy, how do I help this guy, because he's going into depression? You know when you can just sense sadness, like he knows he's fucked up.
Yeah.
Please, can you help?
I know what he's feeling, because I got a good feeling he's speaking in third person. I think he might be referring to himself. He don't want to come out and say it's me.
Do you reckon?
Maybe. I can sense sadness in that. There was a lot of, when he said liquor man wage, it was like...
He's more taking a piss. I sense that he's taking a piss. Like, he's liquor man wage. Like,
he said his brethren. Would you take your piss out your brethren?
That's what I thought. Bro, is it just... You're actually mugging him a bit, but...
Yeah.
Respect for the...
big up for sending in the dilemma. How much kids has she got? 3 all together?
I didn't get it, because he said
she went away and came back with
He
one.
said she has 2 kids, for 2 different men.
Right.
Then... Also, within the first year, she stopped linking him and came back with an extra youth. And now she's pregnant with her third. So I'm thinking maybe she had 1 when he started with her. Then she came back with her extra youth. And now she's pregnant with her third. I'm trying to make sense of what he's saying with him.
When he said she got pregnant, when he said she's got youths for 2 different men, I think he's talking about his brethren included.
No, I don't.
No?
No. Because you wouldn't say two different men. You wouldn't say it like that.
Different man.
No, she
So
has
no,
two
come
kids.
back with the next one, that
She
makes
has two
three.
kids for two different men.
is like one of the
and
brain
also,
puzzles.
and also, within the first year, she stopped linking him and come back with an extra you. So he's not an
now
extra
she's
you.
got 4 kids.
Do you get what I'm trying
That's
to say?
what I was saying.
Or does she
No,
just
but
find him?
that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying the way he said
found a kid.
two kids with two different men. That I think that's why I'm trying to make sense. I'm trying to say she had two. She had one, then came back with the other you for two different men.
Yeah, I think
and then
you're
she's had
right.
the third you. Do you know what I'm saying?
This is honestly
Do
like
you get
one
what
of
I'm
them
saying?
puzzle games that you get.
Well,
Like,
But
What do you think of it
my
anyway?
advice to him anyway:
Yeah.
stop watching your brethren.
it's a mind puzzle.
That's my first advice. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's my first advice.
And if you are speaking in third person-
you gave him the advice to begin with to say like it's cool. So really, you should have done the background check then, innit?
Yes, it's your fault.
Do you know what I'm saying? No, it's not even his fault because, and at the end of the day,
It's
who
not
can't
your fault.
who can't hear must feel innit. Like it's something his brethren's got to go through innit. If he loves the girl, it don't matter how much baby fathers like me personally. That's dead. But I'm saying if he loves the girl, he knows what he's in. You know what I mean?
I think he might have been subjected to abuse too, and that's why he's letting this woman abuse him, because he doesn't have the value for himself. But what he needs to is look in the mirror, take a long, hard look at who he is, realise his strength and his power, and say, no, I will not let people walk on all over me, because I'm not a carpet, I'm a human, I'm a spirit, I'm a consciousness, I'm a being, I'm a powerful being, and I'm only using 10% of my power, and there's 100% of my power to have, and I will not quit possessing that power until I'm on death's door. Thank you very much.
See it there? What do you think, Cream?
It sounds like he's taking on a lot because he said taking them in. She's got all them kids. So why would he be taking her in with all them kids? She should already you know what I mean?
She should
Innit,
have
you
her
ain't
yard
Tiger.
in
Do you understand what I'm saying?
He ain't got Tiger's
ain't
paper.
Tiger and Rob,
Yeah.
do you get me?
Innit?
So I think he's taking on a lot, to be fair, yes. But he should know what he can do. Do you know what he's capable of? Because to be fair, whether his brethren did a background check or not, to be fair, your brethren ain't gonna. From he likes the girl, he's gonna be with her anyway. Do you
I
understand
don't
what I'm
believe
saying?
in background checks, man.
And
The
all of that
past is
stuff.
the past.
I know
It's
some
who you
people
are
would have
now.
ended up with her anyway. But just support your mate. But
Support your mate.
Don't get too overly involved.
Yeah,
I
try and get him some consignment or pay for some food for him. Get him on the road. You know what I mean?
There we go.
Get him pebbling. Make him do his thing.
Yeah.
The wage don't sound too
That's
good.
what we're talking
Get him,
about.
get him down to
He's got a
Margate.
Get him down to the county lines,
Get him
yeah?
down to Margate.
I'll
do you know
give you
what
my
I'm saying?
mate. I'll give you my line.
Sort him
over
right
in the
out.
cupboard.
Sort him right out.
Yeah.
But yeah, sort him out. But yeah, don't worry, don't watch your bridging, man. He's gonna have to go through that, man. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? But yeah,
And
if
his
anything,
little
just
man
try and get
wage.
him some food. You get me? And sort out his little man wage. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because if he goes jail. He goes jail, innit? Then the girl's gonna go, and then you know what I'm saying? She's gonna go and find someone else. You get what I'm saying? Then he comes out. So if you care about your friend, get him some food. You get what I'm saying? Get him down Margate. But every
There you
episode,
go.
we give them a book to go and read. I know you don't really like books, but
No,
yeah.
I do.
We give them a book.
I'm getting back into
We
it.
give them a book to go and read. This episode, it's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by
That's it.
Stephen R. Covey. You know?
And I get to keep that.
No, you don't. Over 40 million copies sold. When I say we give them a book, I meant the public. Everyone always says that, you know.
I know.
Everyone always says, "Oh, a book for me," and I've always got to be the one to say,
No.
That's
but
all
yeah.
right. It wouldn't fit in my bag. Small bag.
All right, so considered
Didn't want it anyway.
Considered one of the most inspiring books ever written, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People has guided generations of readers for the past 3 decades. Presidents and CEOs have kept it by their bedsides. Students have underlined and studied passages from it. Teachers and parents have drawn from it, and individuals of all ages and occupations have used it step-by-step pathway to adapt to change and take advantage of the opportunities that change creates. Now, this 30th anniversary edition of the timeless classic commemorates the wisdom of the 7 habits with fresh insights from Sean Covey.
I'm going to try and applause because it actually takes balls to read on camera, bro. I don't
book.
care. Like reading is I get pressure.
Yeah,
I
no.
feel pressure when I have to read on camera.
No, I'm quite smart.
That's pretty good.
No, I'm
I can
joking.
tell you actually you like books.
Yeah, you know, I grew up with books, like I
Is
said,
it?
in Feltham. I grew up with them. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Who wrote that?
Stephen R. Covey.
Okay.
You can borrow it if you want. If you
giving it away, right?
No, I'm not giving it away. I'm just telling him. because they can obviously go and
I see.
they can obviously go to the library. They
I
can
got Audible.
They can
I'll check that out.
You get what I'm saying? They can. You know what I mean?
I like listening to books.
Yeah, it's just it's a good book, man. Good book.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So no, but bro,
This has been really
a
good.
pleasure.
I enjoyed it, man.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Hopefully, I've
do you get what I'm saying?
Justice. And
No, bro.
good.
Do you know what? Do you know what it is, bro? Yeah. Every single guest has a different story, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And have their own story.
So I'm glad I could come and share mine.
The good thing about today is I get to give. Well, I give out flowers all the time, but I really get to give out some well-deserved flowers.
I appreciate it.
Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like you deserve flowers, not only for music, but bro, in life.
Yeah.
Because even what I've heard and what you...
Yeah.
Just to be here and
Still here.
Do you know what I mean, bro? You're just
Thanks,
going
man.
through it, bro.
Cheers,
I do feel that this guy deserves flowers. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For keeping a strong mind state as well.
Well, I give myself flowers on a daily basis. So if you feel welcome to give me one, give me some too.
You need to.
We're good over it. We're happy.
You need to, and and I think a lot of people, like I said, like Skinny Man or whatever, and you need to be like more. What's the word, Cream? What's the word I'm looking for?
Celebrated,
definitely.
Yeah.
Celebrated. You get what I'm saying? And recognition, sorry.
Yeah,
you don't need your recognition, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and because obviously, like, I love what's going on right now with the music thing. Like I said, Digga D, big him up anyway, yeah, because he don't give a shit or whatever. But we need to also look at the history of where this thing, bro. Like Mike GOC, like I like it when I get these people. You get what I'm saying? Mike Righteous, Skinny Black. I feel like you deserve.
Yeah. I think there's some deprivation going on. Like people are starting to really want some like depth in their music and stuff, and now they're starting to experience old, not just music but film as well. Like a lot of people are watching old movies and listening to old music now because we're oversaturated with like a lot of shit stuff, like stuff that's just like I was saying, just oversaturated, pumped out. Like it's almost like the difference between eating like gourmet steak and then Audi steak. You know what I mean? Like, but props to everyone. There's a lot of good. There's a lot of good in the world, and I'm just here to help add towards that.
Man, big you up, man. Big you up, and you're a lovely guy, bro.
Thanks,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good to finally meet you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because I see in the comments, they're like, someone said, what I like about Spray's podcast is everyone he has on, he knows them, yeah? And it's like, and then someone else said, yeah, but that might stop the progress of the show, blah, blah, blah. But they don't realise, Chucky online, when we had Chucky, I didn't know Chucky. I know of people. Lippy, that was the first time I met Lippy. So I have done these things before, but like with me and you, we've been friends online for so long. It's good to finally meet you and, do you know what I'm saying? Connect the dots, because next time I see you, it's like, yo. Next time I see you, like, yo. What? You get what I'm saying? So, no, man.
Anytime you guys want to come down to Margate for some...
Big you up.
Come check me. I got a studio there.
Yeah, no, I'll be over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll be over there because my son,
in the summer holidays, it's the place to be, man.
Yeah, I bring him Dreamland.
Nice.
I bring him Dreamland. Like, obviously, we went on the rides and all that, but you could die on them rides now.
That's it.
Rides are like, they're so riggedy, like.
Yeah, they look a bit.
They're like riggedy, they're still from the 70s. Like,
there's a guy like controlling it with
they're
like
mental. Do you get what I'm saying?
Lever.
They're mental. My son was like, Dad, like he's in pain. You know, like when they pull the thing down, he's like full on pain, like by your belly. You know, like there's no padding, there's no. Yeah, it's a mad one. Still follow the Queen though.
Yep, Ice Cream the Poster Girl on Instagram, my business page Poster Girl Lashes, and Queen Ice Cream TV on YouTube. Also, my Twitter Queen Ice Cream.
When she's ready, she tweets.
When I'm ready,
yeah.
But I do tweet.
Follow me at big_bad_spray on Instagram, at young_spray on Twitter. Follow the page at RTM Podcast Show. Send us your dilemmas. Follow the clothing page at RTM Clothing Original. Big up Kramer as well.
Yes.
Big up Kramer. I've been rocking the God Love 7 GL7 today.
I like that's the sick hat as well.
I got a white one.
Yeah, come on, man. Been rocking his thing. You get me, car. All we got is us, you know. So we got to help each other out. It's like, I know it's a bit hot though, but I will test that the hot sauce at some point.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
I'm gonna send you guys a bottle. I'll send everyone a bottle. Yeah.
www.reallythemorse.com and follow the legend.
Yeah, Mike Righteous. All social medias, Mike Righteous. My YouTube you could subscribe to. I'm doing TikToks which are quite funny.
Yeah.
I got hot sauce. We got our official merch page. We run a studio, and we're gonna just be doing a lot of health-based stuff, a lot of human-based stuff, and we're just here for people. If anyone wants to reach out to me, yeah, you know where to find me. Bless.
Check him out, man. That's Really the Morse.
Yeah.
That's Really the Morse.
Yeah.
We're RTM and we out.